Crackly sound.
Oh yeah.
My shit got too hot, so it did the crackly sound.
Yeah, mine kind of getting warm too. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Gingy? What's up, Ismoid? I am vaping a mix of honeygrams and or Teddy Grams and Apple Jacks.
Welcome to Vape Buddies Live.
Right? What are you chooching on?
What you got chooching on? I'm currently chooching on rotten egg, and I mixed it with a little shiz flavor.
Nice, nice. I got,
Teddy Grams?
Devil piss or something. I don't know. It's yellow.
Now, for real, I like that candy green apple. It's the only thing.
Hell, I just burnt through the last I had of some of that. I got this donuts and blueberries bullshit that tastes like neither.
Oh man,
how do you talk with a vape in your mouth?
It's a horse. It's a fucking horse.
Hard candy.
You ever looked a horse in the mouth?
Did you see vape come out?
It looks legit coming out of yours because it comes out the nose too.
What does that ever mean? Never look a gift horse in the mouth. But why would you not look a horse in the mouth?
Here, I can do vape tricks. Look.
Vape tricks.
Here, blow some O-rings and do that fucking stupid shit with them.
Right? I've tried that. It's hard as fuck.
I can do O-rings. That's about it.
Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Wow.
That sounds fucking delicious.
I know it does. I mean, I'm more of the like the baked goods and cereals flavor.
I'm a fruit, but y'all knew that.
You're a fruit.
I mean, I can put the.
I second that. No.
Right.
Is that a blood fart?
A blood fart.
You should come out with the
no, they sound way
series of vapes.
They sound way worse than that. They're followed by drip sounds too.
Oh.
I shit 3 times today. That was weird for me. I usually only shit like once.
That's good though.
It was that ploopy shit. It would hit the toilet water and splash up on my butthole.
That's a bidet.
That means they were rocks. They're really constipated.
Right? At least it didn't hurt like that one time. Jesus Christ. I ripped my butthole, literally. I wiped and there was red.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before. That's a hemorrhoid. Hey, I'll be right back.
It's like all nonchalant. Yeah, that's a hemorrhoid. See you later.
And that, my friends, is how you make an exit.
Right? What up, Will? More of a whatever's cheap and doesn't taste like ass type of. Yeah. See, the reason I'm mixing with the Apple Jacks is because the honey Teddy Grams taste like fucking ass.
Oh, Teddy Grams.
Butthole grapes, right? What up, Seattle Diver? Seattle, when I first read your name, like very first, saw the message and everything, I read it as Seattle Driver. So when I read what you did for a living, I read driver. So it was like, fuck, I feel like such a dumbass. Of course, I feel like that anyway. Warning, tomorrow's video, I'm putting a 360 video up tomorrow, and it's got a song that I played and recorded, and it sounds like shit.
But you made it, so it's special.
Special, it's super special, and I'm out of beer. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab another beer.
Oh shit! Now I gotta hold this thing down by myself. Subscribe today.
All right, I'm back. I had to grab from the bottom.
Oh, thank God! I can't be entertaining.
Subscribe today.
It's stressful.
What up, Ninja? He works for Uber. Who works for Uber? I thought about doing Uber and just showing up on my bike.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do their whole approval thing. It's like, is your vehicle approved for Uber?
But,
I
could get my fucking my little shit box approved for it and just show up on my
exactly,
bike.
and then show up on the bike. Make sure you show up with Betty though.
Yeah, knowing my luck, I would. I'd show up on the bike and it'd be to the airport, and somebody would have like all this luggage and be like, "Sorry, bro."
Well, as long as it's got wheels.
Right? Just
imagine like a 2-inch plastic wheel zipping along at 60 miles per hour.
What the hell is this? No, I just want YouTube.
The fuck is this? The fuck is that?
Can I turn this? Okay, oops.
Would you break this time?
YouTube is in gaming mode now, and it looks like shit. I don't like it.
Oh, is it all dark?
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I've seen a lot of websites do like dark color schemes or dark options, and it looks nice. YouTube looks like absolute shit.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch looks good.
Like, how do you screw that up?
Well, check Twitter.
Yeah. I can't find my shit. Found it. Crisis. Oh fuck! I rolled over a cable with my rolly chair.
So how do you send somebody a message with it on YouTube Gaming?
Oh, I don't know. YouTube's built-in messenger sucks donkey cock.
Oh yeah, they don't even notify you anymore. You have to go check it every 10 minutes because they want you to fucking talk through Google Plus. But it's not.
Yeah, that forced integration is horseshit.
Yay! It went away.
What's up, Wilmatic? You froggy son of a bitch. He's froggy.
Yeah, he is. Oh man. So one of the I guess the topic that I put on this thing was I want to change the name of MotoBuddies, but I'm like out of ideas. I thought about calling it Kentucky Tubers. I thought about calling it Tuber Hangout or something, or
I've been through this. I was through this early last year. You just don't call it shit. You just call it whatever the fuck you want to.
Right?
Every week, whatever comes to your mind, like porcupine puke. Fuck it.
Pretty much how I name my videos.
Yeah. It just gets mundane, you have to worry about that, but what you really should be worrying about is content and getting filmed and editing and shit, and then you have that one more thing that distracts you from that is your live. So it's just like I'm not you, I'm not telling you what to do, but that's what I did. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. Like when I was putting the video that I put up yesterday, when I was editing it, I was like, what the fuck am I saying? I mean, I was surprised that I said all that shit. I forgot about it. It was 2 months ago when I recorded that.
Yeah, our brains tend to reset these days pretty quickly.
Right?
Mine does anyway. Jesus.
Flippy man meat hangout, right?
Like if you talk to me and tell me something it's going to take about 48 hours for me to. It's going to start to get cloudy, and then 72 hours, it's like gone.
Yeah. Same here. It's like the one video where I almost T-boned a fucking Crown Vic that turned in front of me. All of a sudden, I'm editing that, and I'm like, damn, I forgot all about this. How do you forget that?
That's what I'm running into now, editing video from like 3 months ago.
See, I've got a backstock of like 2 months. So I wonder how much Will Maddock, Twitter. I sent it there. I already like got that done and stuff.
Tell your kids to shut up and turn off your TV, you frog son of a bitch.
Gotta back him up on that one. But like I heard, Sub D's got a backlog and everything, so I wonder how long everybody's backlogs are. Sounds like I'm asking how long your turds are when you take a shit.
I can answer both. I got a backlog of about I got 3 videos stocked up, and then I got videos I'm too lazy to edit from anywhere from a month to over a year ago. And my shits are too numerous to count. Real soft, hard to get an accurate measurement. Should probably see a doctor.
I think the longest turd I ever put in the toilet was about that long.
Dude, I took a shit in Oshkosh, Wisconsin at an air show. I thought I was going to have to run out of their little toilet trailer because it just wouldn't flush. It took like 10 flushes to go down, and I was so proud of it, but at the same time a little terrified.
Call it Rookzer, Betty, and Gay Friends.
I mean, you're not wrong.
What's up, Mod? Hey, Will, your turn signal's on. What was it? Devil put that on because I retweeted Will Maddox's 500, almost to 500 tweet, and when I did that, one of my followers put only if his turn signal's on.
Let's become. No, especially between you and Sarge doing that. But now I've started doing that. Like on the Halloween ride, there was a guy riding around dressed as a hot dog. I'm like, hey, Wiener, your turn signal's on.
Yeah. I was behind a truck and did that. I was like, damn it, Will.
I started sending every one to you, Rookzer. I'm like, he would enjoy this stupid clip.
Turd length is determined by how often you squeeze your turd cutter. Well, I mean, I would squeeze my turd cutter, but like today, it would come out a little bit, and then the end of it would fall off, and then it'd fall off, and then it'd fall off. So it was like, Tetris.
Who would fucking cut their turd halfway through? Who the fuck does that? Why would you purposely clench your butthole halfway through a good turd? Perfectly good turd.
Ninja, send it to YouTube. No, Facebook. Who the hell turns turn signals? Right. I mean, I mostly just use my hand. I'm like, hey, I'm getting over this way. Or my head. I'm like, hey, I'm fucking turning.
I can't get over the cutting your turd halfway through thing. I can't. Like, do you like to feel it go back up?
His loaf.
I don't like to cut my shit short.
Right?
I just push. Like once it starts to come out, I'm just like, and it's fucking gone.
Will has it going in and out of his goody hole.
It's like the turn signal when it's on, like he's blinking and blinking, but just go up and down.
Prairie dogging, man.
I'm prairie dogging it.
Will, your shit is going in and out. Will, your shit's going in and out. What's up, fellas? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Will?
Yeah, what's up, Billy? Son of a bitch.
What's up, Dick, Froggy son of a bitch?
Yeah, I saw that tank. That was a tank they had them stickers on.
Yeah. It's one of those faux tanks. So I figured it was perfect. It's off one of those mini bikes. It's just like not even a tank. It's hollow. It's got no bottom.
Oh, all right.
Fuck this thing. I'll just hang it on the goddamn wall, cover it in stickers.
That's a good idea.
It looks cool. It looks like a real fucking tank.
It does look like a real tank. Hold on, check it out.
Oh,
Nice.
It's right there. You can't even fucking see the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, neat.
Oh, nice, yo. Hooking
Is that
it
one
up.
of the ones where the gas tank is like on the side of it, right next to the engine?
Yeah, it's a lawnmower fucking engine, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they put that fucking tank on there to make it look.
I saw one of the people I follow who lives in Britain came to the U.S. and sticker bombed a New York City police car with his sticker. I'm like, that takes balls.
Right. I saw Billy had the mood lighting going on.
Well, all my
Freaking
lights blue, bro.
that frog bastard! You need to change your smoke alarm batteries because they're chirping.
I agree.
What's up, Dave?
How's it going, man?
Mr. Neat. What's up, Don?
Hello.
I see you're letting the beard grow out, getting that winter coat going.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to start.
Right.
Over my
Yeah,
foot.
I've still got the time lapse beard going. I've missed a couple pictures, but you do what you can.
Yeah, but in a time lapse, if you miss a couple pictures, it still comes out the same.
Yeah, the hardest part is making sure from day to day that I'm getting the same image.
And what you can do is either use some sort. It's called onion skinning. Basically, like Magic Lantern and Canon does this, but it'll lay a transparent image over top so you can line your face up with it, or you could just do it all in post and crop it.
I'd already planned on doing it in post.
Why don't you just take better pictures?
Get good.
I have a shitty camera. I mean, it's a
What's the
fucking
sound effect?
Canon Power Shot.
Fucking ninja with the sound effects. God damn it.
Yeah.
Beer.
Gonna have to put an early choke on those sound effects because man, you get crazy with those.
Yeah.
Dodge is getting alcohol.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go pee out my penis.
Okay. Okay, so I hear a bunch of noise, and then I see an 8-foot ladder. So, who knows what he's been up to?
He installed a fan.
He installed the fan. Oh, so you got him doing work.
Yeah, I have a captive handyman. So
See?
Ooh, LED lights.
yeah,
Yeah.
he installed a fan.
That's how you do it. See, I would have put it on Alexa.
That's my handyman.
Oh, is your Alexa in the same room as you?
Yeah.
Cancel. Say that name.
Alexa.
Say my name, say my name.
Oh, she can hear you. Or cancel. Tell her to do something.
I wasn't able to understand.
Alexa,
Stand
play
upside down
Peter
and-
Hollins.
And
Okay, try now.
Alexa, play Peter Hollins.
I can't find songs by Peter Hollins. Finding the station.
She's starting
mine's
her
playing
review.
right away. Alexa, stop.
Alexa, clown porn.
No.
Clown porn.
Don't ask a bunch of idiots to talk to your computer. Come on.
And he's like, Alexa, clear history.
Clear browser history. See, that's why I started, or that's why I'm glad I wear headphones instead of having everything play through the speaker.
Open everything from the internet that starts with a P.
Alexa, incognito window history. Quick.
Sorry.
I
you
think
don't
it's
wanna
really
see
cool
mine.
that she's like I'm saying she personifying it, but Alexa
I wonder if that
understood
would work.
Rookzer really well. Like got the whole Peter Hollins thing out of it.
Penthouse letters.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So what were you guys talking about before I rudely interrupted?
Mostly poop.
We were talking about Alexa, big tit porn.
Mine thought I said fucking. Mine thought I said Penthouse by Butthole Surfers or something like that.
She's thinking really hard on whatever you just said.
What's that?
In the background.
Have you told her to beatbox?
No.
Do it.
Does she do that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have to hear what she does.
I know you can beatbox.
Foods and cats, foods and cats. No box. I don't think I'm cut out for beatboxing.
Oh, Siri does it. like the
She's
same
smarter
fucking
than Siri.
exact thing.
Yeah, Siri does, but Siri just won't stop. Alexa's like, I won't do that. No.
Cortana, was it Windows 10 Cortana does that shit too?
I need to stop saying her name because it keeps registering mine.
Hold on.
I just wish that Cortana was actually voiced by Jen Taylor, the voice of Cortana in the Halo series.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would install Windows 10 just for that.
Woman?
This is cool too. Check this out. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
I don't know. Oh, she says.
I was waiting for it. He got it. Like,
Yeah.
When a computer outwits you.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, that's expected. It should.
I like those,
Alexa, does a set of all sets contain itself?
Ooh.
Sorry, I can't find the answer to
She
the
can't find the
question.
answer to the question.
You could also ask her the secret.
You're gonna fry Dodge's.
Alexa, this statement is false.
Sorry, I fucked it up.
Oh, I was just going off the logical paradoxes from Portal 2.
Oh.
Okay, last time. Alexa, what is the secret to the universe?
She didn't even answer that.
42.
Ask her what the meaning of life is.
The universe.
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
What is
Alexa.
the meaning
What's the smallest country in the world?
of Principality of Sealand?
This country is Vatican City.
Vatican City. That's geographic. I'm talking population.
I think, yeah, if you look up...
Probably is Vatican City, too. There's only a couple
well, the Principality of Sealand... Oh, okay, it's an unrecognized micronation, yes.
Right here. I see you.
Dodge, you got that faster than Google. I'm amazed.
I want a fucking micronation. Isn't that... Wait, is that fucking that guy out on the fucking old oil rig?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got a population of like 7.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's because he had a wife and he had a couple kids, and one of them officially lives there for their mailing address, and they have like 2 children, so it's a multi-generational country now.
I can't believe they haven't been wiped out.
It's like a biblical clusterfuck.
So if anyone doesn't know the history on it, basically...
There it goes.
It's an oil rig with people on it. Bingo.
It's not quite an oil rig. It was a military platform. It was to defend England during the war, and they accidentally built it in international waters, and then they abandoned all of them after the war, and this guy went and took it over, and the military came to take it over. He ended up taking it to court, for the crown, and won because it was in international waters. So officially he owns it, but no other nation actually recognizes them as their own country, though they did sponsor someone in the Olympics this year. So
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah.
They play.
I want to say it was something stupid.
Was it somebody from Sealand, or was it just someone from like the UK?
No, it wasn't the UK. It was somebody from somewhere like Jamaica or something. It was a very small country that doesn't normally.
Bobsled racing. Oh wait, it's somebody.
I want them to sponsor me in beer drinking.
I was gonna say beer drinking. Bring home the gold, Rook.
For all the TWD fans, rocking the Negan shirt.
Rook's got Time Warner cable on the brain.
Not your
Yeah, because they've been fucking me over. Oh, and I changed my ringtone.
What is? I'll bite. What is your favorite micronation, Dodge?
It's the one that was in Western Australia, the Principality of Hutt River.
I'll have to Google for that.
So the Principality of Hutt River was an area, and basically they decided to secede from Australia. And because of the way Australia works and everything, it turned into this whole taxation issue. They ended up trying to take it to court, and they ended up eventually getting, God, I can't remember what. Okay, I'm going to have to click on to refresh myself. I can't remember the exact history on it. So, that's what it was. It was the mail. So in 1976, the Australian Post refused to handle their mail because, again, it's Western Australia. And they were having to pay taxes and everything. So they declared war on Australia. It's legit.
Motto: While I breathe, I hope. Anthem: It's a Hard Land by Keith Kerwin. That's the micronations are like the vermin supreme of nations.
I
It's
think that's cool as
ridiculous.
fucking shit.
It is.
Because that guy is funny as hell. Everybody knows that he's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
okay,
no,
good.
I'm voting for him.
It's
I'm
probably
sitting here having
the
fun
most
by hiding
recognized.
Ninja on the thing.
I've never voted for him, but I would like it.
I'm
It's
legitimately
probably the most
thinking about it.
Oh, so I don't know. Speaking of voting, and this is the only thing politics I'm going to say. If you want to vote early and not have to deal with all the election day stuff, you can tell them that you will be out of town and possibly vote early.
Voter fraud!
Did you know in North Carolina, I can just go and vote early?
Every state's
Now you
different.
live in Kansas.
Hey, to those people that aren't going to vote, man, I've seen more than a few people, not fucking tinfoil newscasters like what's his face or whatever, say that's kind of expected. That's kind of what they're wanting to do. The Democratic, if you're a fucking Republican, the Democrats kind of hope that's what you do because you don't want to vote. A lot of the fucking people that don't want to vote is kind of the majority of this election that don't like either candidates. And if that happens, the majority is Hillary, the majority of voters that'll be voting. So
Yeah, that just means all the World War I vets will be voting for
I
Hillary.
saw that. Yeah. The headline said a majority of World War I veterans support Hillary Clinton.
yeah, I'm one of them. I don't give a fuck about either one of them. I'm just saying, if you don't want Hillary to win, dude, you better vote.
Yeah. But I mean-
So, segueing away from politics, I don't have a segue.
You know, I was playing kickball downtown, and there was a Segway tour going by, and I actually the ball went across the street. So I went and got it, and I went to kick it back across the street and hit one of the Segway people.
That's a win-win, honestly.
Did they explode?
No, she actually stayed on. I was surprised it hit her right in the ass.
Did
And
the rider go off a cliff?
I had the GoPro on the chesty mount, so it was right here. And when I kicked it, the ball just veered off and went straight for her ass. So I put the song by Filter, "Hey Man, Nice Shot,"
Yes.
and I slowed it down right when I kicked it, and it went, "Hey Man," and
Wait
it just
a
went
second.
right for it.
There's a game called Segway Ball.
What? Is it
sounds
like
fun.
fuck, what's the game called? Polo? Instead of horses, we're on segways?
Segway Polo.
I might start fucking using OBS to stream to Google Hangouts and just screen cap and play video games.
Do that. Wait a second.
You guys are cool and everything, but I fucking hate that.
What?
I've had a couple guys, man. They just they're talking to me and everything, and then they veer off and play video games, and it detaches you from the conversation.
I know exactly.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Well, see, I mean, it still does for me, but I still, being that I've been streaming on Twitch for over 2 years, I'm kind of able to somewhat multitask in that.
Yeah, I will give Rookzer credit because if we're playing, I think we've played a few times on Twitch. He'll still read the side chat and everything. So like I said, I can't even single task, let alone multitask. So
I can't, dude. It's an impossibility. So that's why I'm dissing somebody. It's like, yeah, you can't do those two things. It's because I can't.
See, I can multitask because I mean I can masturbate and watch porn at the same time.
Oh, both hands.
Not with
No,
both
because
hands.
one hand's using the mouse to fast forward to the good parts.
Yeah, you have to,
you have to scrub
And
through
I'll
it.
tell you what, masturbating
What
like this
is
is
that
hard.
other hand doing?
I don't even know,
Right?
I don't even know what's porn like these days.
Well, it's like that right there, Betty.
Does it get weird? I'd imagine these days. I mean, because it's been 10 years. I was like, what the fuck are they fucking donkeys these days? It's got to get extreme. Extreme.
If you go there's a site I'll
Oh boy,
actually
we're going here already.
Wow, I don't know that I'm old enough for this. I'm gonna have to bow out.
that site. If you Google that I put in our side chat,
Nope.
Yeah, no thanks.
it has everything except for horses and child porn, but it
I'm
has
out.
everything else. I mean, I clicked on one. I was like, okay, what is this one? So I clicked on it, and all of a sudden it showed like people shitting and pissing on it. I was like, oh God, no, make it stop.
That just makes me think of like the shock sites that were going around, like, you know, Lemon Party and Meat Spin and all that shit.
Do you know a guy that helped develop the Boeing engine died from perforation of the colon from fucking a horse on camera?
Okay, was that the Mr. Hands incident, or are these completely separate?
I don't know. I just know that one fact.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of people in the world.
That's fucked, though. That's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw some of those videos, I was like, who watches this stuff?
I'm just waiting for Rook to pull out the horse head.
Well, an awful lot of Americans, like every October, I like to scare the shit out of myself, and it gets harder and harder every year. This year, I did a little bit of hands-on stuff and went into the deep web a little bit. I think I've talked about this. And, man, a majority of America is fucked up. I'm telling you, 2/3, easy.
Yeah.
Fucked in the head.
I agree.
I enjoy things.
Surprising. I mean,
I know. Well, you were just saying. So I wanted to bring that up a little bit.
I remember looking at this infographic of like the most searched porn term by country. I think Australia was Kim Kardashian, and then there were certain countries where it's like, I want to say one was Katy Perry, but
that would be something that doesn't exist.
Exactly, but it's a search term.
Huh.
If it exists, there would be people that would know about it.
Yeah.
Although, if it exists,
Wheelan knows
there
about it.
is porn of it.
Rule 34.
There we go.
Yes, I too have been to the scummy depth of the internet.
Oh,
It's fucked, man. I mean, a lot of people say red rooms are fake.
no.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, keep living your candy apple world, man.
There are weird people out there. So
make sure there's no razor blades in your candy apple.
What are you guys doing for Halloween for your motovlog?
Jack shit.
I'm thinking about putting on my whoopee cushion costume.
I've seen yours, Dodge.
Yeah, mine's awesome.
It is awesome. We already did our Halloween ride, and I've got the video in the editing software that I'm not touching because I can't multitask right now.
I think a majority of us have finished our Halloween vlogs.
I haven't even started mine.
I haven't either.
I recorded all the footage, but
Haven't started editing it.
Was it a buddy told me about this fucking forest that people see little girls walking across the field and shit, so I went and spent a few hours there. That's about it. Got chased by coyotes.
Yeah, right? That shit gave me chills.
Yeah, I don't like that sound. Because they travel in like at least a dozen, you know?
I mean,
well, and the thing is,
I could do, but it would involve me riding without a helmet, is put the latex mask on and ride around.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that life.
Yeah, limited visibility plus no head protection. Yeah.
Oh, no, I've got all the visibility in the world with that mask on.
Really?
Yeah.
Dodge, I love how you've made that fit your helmet.
That is awesome.
Hello.
The slow turn.
That's perfect.
You can't
Yeah,
open
I'll give.
it all the way. It only opens like 2 inches.
Yeah, that was a problem for a lot of people I rode with, is that they modified their helmet or put something on it so that they won't, because we're riding through town when we stopped, their visors were fogging up and they couldn't do anything about it.
I made it so I could crack it open a little bit because I was like, I have done this before.
And I've seen people do it.
Here, spoiler alert, mine was Charlie Brown.
Oh, Charlie Brown is awesome.
I did. The shirt was easy. Oh, cool! You got the ears.
Yeah.
He did a good job on the Charlie Brown. I got to.
I spent about 4 hours wrapping my old helmet in felt
Hi, Ninja.
and
When
making
did
it.
Will leave?
I don't know.
Oh, he said BR back. BR back. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Nice abbreviation, Will.
a fart smeller.
No offense to Womatic, I love him to death. But just as a joke, he's probably letting his kid scream playing his TV real loud, trying to get his fix.
Right.
I got to rip his ass a little bit about that.
I swear, he sounds like he's radioing it into air traffic control every time he talks, except he's from like the ISS, like.
I feel bad because I told him about it a long time ago, and I told him I would send him an Audio Technica or some shit like that, and I fucking never did. Shit.
Yeah, I gave him shit about it too. I told him that, if he comes in, please don't join from your phone. A long time ago, because it murders my ears.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Well,
but it wasn't as bad this time. It still had the tinny sound to it, but
he just can't figure it out. He just can't figure it out. It's okay. It's okay though. We got to help him figure it out, and I never did. I told him I would, and I fucked up, boys.
You fucked up.
I fucked up. I do that quite often.
Leave it to Billy. Fuck it up. What up, Cheddar? Balls.
I have one of those Chinese pack, the fucking 10-pack of those HD mics that work just fine. Coming in, I'll send him to.
Oh, somebody asked me. A lot of people asked me what I use for my mic and my helmets. I use little cheap fucking lapel mics from Amazon. It was like $5 for 6.
Same ones. Something. Same fucking one. You take the clip off and fucking tape them up in there.
Yeah.
Do you have it on a dead cat or just straight into the GoPro with nothing on it, or?
Oh, I don't have a GoPro, as you know, but I took the the egg crate that you put on top of mattresses. I cut a little piece of that out and shoved it in there.
I had a GoPro.
I do have a GoPro, but it's
his helmet cam is the Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I refuse to recognize that you use a Ghost.
Well, here's the thing about
because ghosts don't exist.
Here's the thing about that. Isn't it funny that everybody with a $400 GoPro has trouble with fucking files freezing up on them, yet everybody with a Sony or a Ghost never fucking complained about it? So
I haven't had an issue with my GoPro shitting on files since I killed one with a 12 gauge. So maybe they see their fallen brethren.
Right? Exactly.
My issue with the GoPro has been resolved. It's dependable somewhat now.
Somewhat.
The problem with it was the card that I was using. And this is the problem I have with that. Every other camera will write to a SanDisk Ultra or what fucking card do I fucking know now? But it's SanDisk Ultra, I think. And my Griff writes to it fine. Every other camera I've got writes to it just fine. But GoPro, no, you have to get the SanDisk Extreme. Extreme. It's Halloween.
We're going for lame.
This is the way I look at GoPro and many other action cameras, all right? The GoPro standalone, kind of like Apple, right? But every other action camera can work with anything, kind of like Android.
Yeah, and I'm an Android guy. I have a smartphone, not an iPhone.
All right, so you're saying that the GoPro cannot work with certain cards. Let me show you.
Oh, no, it'll record to it, but it overheated. It stopped writing.
Mr. Winner.
Let's see what these are.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Focus.
Minimum focus distance. Focus, you fuck!
Is it?
No, focus. Needs more focus. Pull back just a little. Pull out just a little. There you go.
There it is.
Are those on the recommended list?
No.
Are they on the unrecommended list?
So those are literally I have 3, but I have 2 of the Pixtor series, and I have 1 of the Transcend Premium? Yeah, Transcend Premium 300X. They work.
I think your card may have some bad sectors or maybe damaged or something.
I mean, that happens. I mean, you have to have like the perfect, this is just my opinion, you have to have the perfect, you just get lucky. Some people get lucky with GoPros, whereas I've not seen anybody not get lucky with.
I put that same card in my Drift. No problem.
Well, here's my uneducated guesstimate on why that might be, is that the GoPro's card is, there's the bit rate, but it might just be regardless of what you're recording in, the card is trying to write too much to it, or it gets confused by a bad sector and goes, oh shit, and freezes up. Whereas the other ones, it could be a coding thing, which, again, is on the fault of GoPro if it is, but I don't know. I like my GoPro. I've never used anything else, but...
What's going on, Anthony?
I actually had an issue with memory cards in GoPros, but this was back when I was using Linux on my computer. They would record fine, and I would take the card and stick it in the computer, and I would move the files off to the computer. I would put the card back in the camera, and it would turn it on, and it would show that it was empty. Then I'd be out somewhere the next day, and I'd turn the camera on, and it would tell me no SD because the card was corrupted, even though right after I moved the files off the computer. Then I started and I changed my process. From that time forward, after I corrupted 3 cards on this exact GoPro, I started copying the files to my computer, and then I format the card on the GoPro itself. Yeah. I've never had an issue since then for 2 years.
And I always format with the device I'm using.
I'm willing to bet that if you took those 3 cards, if you still had them, if you took those 3 cards and reformatted them on NTSC and put them in your GoPro on the other camera.
I know where you're going, but it actually physically ruined the card. It damaged the master file table in the memory card.
So you couldn't do a deep level format?
No.
Huh.
No. You couldn't even get a computer to recognize that they were a card unless you knew the really, really neat geeky tools in Linux. Like, there was no way you could get a Windows device ever to see them at all. But if you were really a super geek in Linux, you could get it to see that there was a data device there, but you could see that there were the flaws in the master file table. And that
would be at least a level 3 neckbeard to do that.
Well, yeah, I have to pee, so I'll be right back. Can you say it for me, Billy?
What's that?
I have to pee. How do you say it?
I gotta pee out my dick right now.
Yeah. No. The word is estoy pooping.
Well, pretty much pee out my dick. I'm pretty sure in American. You can say, hey, I pee out my pee hole. That's even a better one. Because, you don't have to pee out your dick. I mean, some people, like myself, can end up peeing out their asshole some days.
Depends what you ate.
Absolutely. Or drank.
That's true.
Or put up your asshole.
As long as it wasn't a horse dick, you should be fine.
So I got a fun story for you.
Cool.
I like to make homebrewed beer. Now, what you might not know about homebrewed beer versus commercial is commercial beer is almost always filtered to get rid of all the little bacteria that produce the alcohol. Homebrewed beer, never. So it still has live bacteria in the beer. Now, that's not necessarily a problem, but a lot of people's diets have a lot of sugary, carbohydrate-laden foods in them. And what they don't know is if you drink a lot of homebrewed beer and you don't do it regularly, then you'll suddenly have a large influx of bacteria into your stomach and your intestines that will start consuming all of the sugars from the foods you've been eating recently. So a lot of people get really gassy if they drink homebrewed beer, and they don't often drink it. But if you drink it all the time, it's not a problem. So I, being a homebrewer who drinks my homebrewed beer all the time, have no issue. But I would take it with me to like a friend's party or a friend's house or something, like a barbecue. There'd be a whole bunch of people that drink it and get really gassy.
Well, you can filter your brew, brother.
You can, but you got to get down to like a 3-micron filter, and it's kind of expensive to try and do that. Because you have to.
Plus, it's not as fun to take to social gatherings.
That's pretty cool.
It's also kind of cool to roll up with your own keg of your own beer and be like, yeah, I brewed this.
Yeah. I tried my hand at brewing beer, spent the money on all the equipment, did it for like the average stint of someone that would brew their beer to say, fuck this, and not do it anymore. About 2 months. I brewed like one batch, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm not good at this at all.
It is a bit of a learning process.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to pull a back row moto and shoot at my neighbors.
Why?
Because they're over there playing their music too loud, and I'm tired of it.
What's the structure for tonight? You promised when you did the first one of these that there would be structure and there would be questions.
There is kind of structure.
It's about what you should name the hangout.
Yeah, because I want to rename it. I don't like MotoBuddies anymore.
You don't like MotoBuddies? Why? Do you think it has a...
I'm not your buddy, guy.
No. Wheelan, you are my buddy. Thanks, buddy.
I want you to know that...
Let me rebuttal into that real quick before I shut the fuck up for about 30 minutes. Wheelan's everybody's buddy, and it's hard not to be. All right.
I know, right? I mean, he latches onto your left testicle like it's nobody's business.
It's tricky to have so many people's left nuts in my mouth.
He's like that one patch of beard hair that lays the right way, even when you wake up.
Right? He's so lovable.
Hang on. I'll
Speaking of beard hair,
30 minutes and think of the correct term.
Against the grain for underneath my chin is this way.
Symbiotic parasite is what I am.
I thought you were just a horse.
Well, ¿por qué no los dos?
True.
When is he gonna play video? When is who gonna play video games again?
Yeah, who? Who's going to play video games?
Oh, he's
Wait,
probably.
questions.
Huh? I have chat open.
Where do you get chat from?
From YouTube.
Where do you get the YouTube from?
From the internet. From the deep webs.
From the deep web. All right,
Hey, Dodge. The internet is like a series of
www.m.redroom.vaginacutting.ca.
Okay, so I'm at redrum.com. What now?
So
type in death porn, I guess. I don't know.
Speaking of vagina cutting, when my son was born, he ripped my ex-wife in a plus sign.
Oh my God!
And when the doctor was stitching her back up, he looks at me before he finishes. He was, I guess, he was asking if I wanted the dad stitch in. I'm like, I'm not going back in there again.
I mean, Jesus Christ! Does your son look like a South Park character? What the fuck happened there?
Right? No, she was really, really tiny because she was on like cocaine and everything. So she was like,
oh, she was tiny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm at youtube.com. How do I get to the chat so I can see the questions?
Go to my channel and do the live hangout.
Search Rookzer on YouTube and then refine your search to channel.
Search worst motovlogger on YouTube.
Subscribe today.
The first result is I'm looking for an actual channel, not a compilation channel. Palm Beach Rider.
Well, how about this? You got
wait, what?
Do you have Wheelan on Facebook, Dodge?
Yes, maybe.
Yes.
Go to his Facebook and go down about 5-6 posts and just click on it. You'll see it.
Wait,
Facebook
or Twitter?
Both. Yeah, it's the most recent post on my
When did they
Facebook.
put an L in both?
Fuck off.
I watched that episode again. Fucking Red versus Blue is I love that show.
Billy, I could hear you. I know you could hear me, buddy. Wilmatic, I know you can.
Oh, there's the chat.
I'm teasing you, man.
It's such a look of excitement on his face when he says it.
Focus, There's such an intellectual who I look up to for knowledge. It's so fun seeing him learn simple things.
I mean, he knew it.
I know, but
I'm slowly learning when Dodge is joking and when he's not joking.
He's one of those people who,
learning.
when he's being sarcastic, his tone is only very minutely different than his normal speaking voice, or at least
I don't have a sarcastic tone.
No, you just have a tone.
Are you being sarcastic right now?
No, I'm being genuine. I don't have a sarcastic tone.
That is actually him being genuine.
Are you a vegan?
No.
You're not, really?
No.
Holy fuck! Then you got me.
This is like the polygraph test where we ask him questions we know the answer to see his response.
Okay, go.
So you are a vegan?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
He's a vegan.
There's a difference.
You're vegan.
No.
You don't eat meat, right?
Right.
Fucking vegan.
But I eat eggs. And cheese.
I'm just teasing, man.
Wait a minute. So you don't eat meat at all?
No.
I know I asked you this in Tennessee, but I've slept since then, at least twice. Why?
Because I feel better when I eat lots of vegetables and fruits, and I feel less good when I eat a large quantity of meat, so I just stopped eating meat for simplicity.
What if you... Wait a minute. Didn't you say you eat at least a little bit every now and then so that you don't... What was it whenever you get sick because of the proteins that red meat
Right. So
has?
there are little microorganisms in your intestines that are required to digest or rather convert all the different protein structures in most animals into usable sugars for your body. Yes, I have so far continued to occasionally, like once every couple months, have like a slice of pepperoni pizza or something, you know. But I'm thinking about giving that up. Because the last couple times I've done that, I've just not felt very good.
Well, it's because you're not doing it enough.
It's like
Or
with
I'm doing it too much.
your homebrew.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We're omnivorous creatures, not
Yes.
herbivorous.
You
Well, yeah, every person varies, but I think we may have talked about this one or two hangouts. Well, you weren't in the last hangout. But anyway, I do respect the restraint and lifestyle changes it takes to be vegetarian, because I did it for a month and I went back to eating meat very quickly.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
It's one thing to be vegetarian because you can still have, milk, or all the dairy stuff like cheese and all the dairy stuff that are put in things. It's hard to get away from that. And you can still have eggs, so it's really easy, if you ask me, to be vegetarian. You just don't eat meat.
I feel
and a lot of places have meat alternatives like tofu patties or black bean burgers and stuff. So you can still go out to eat and find things to eat at different restaurants. As soon as you say you want to be vegan, there's like no food that exists. I mean, it's just because everything has dairy in it. So that's
if it works for you, that's great. I mean, my muscles start to seize up. Like if I don't, like my muscles need creatine big time, so I have to eat a steak every once in a while, or a fucking burger. Fuck's sake.
He's got to retain mass.
But see, you can still have whey protein. Or pea protein if you want.
No creatine in that, man. It's not.
I just put some pea protein in the bathroom earlier.
Nice.
You might want to get your kidneys checked out, buddy.
We can disagree and still be friends.
Well, but see, the thing is, I don't think we can disagree. What you're saying is you need to eat meat for you, and I'm saying I don't need it for me. Absolutely. I don't think there's a disagreement there. I have nothing wrong with you eating meat. I have nothing wrong. I don't
He's
care.
not that kind of vegetarian / vegan.
Yeah,
well, secretly, I still feel that every person should have to get some red meat, fish, and chicken once a week. I think.
Every American.
Well, no. I think it's healthy for the omnivorous body. That's my opinion.
It may be.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it actually is. There are actually some vegetarians that they've been without red meat so long, and they do lose those proteins because they are probably uneducated and don't know where to get those proteins. So they
make clear that you're not calling Dodge uneducated. Real quick.
I cannot call Dodge uneducated.
No, by far.
I call that motherfucker.
So I'll say this. There are a whole shitload of people in the world that try to be vegetarian or vegan and have no idea what they're doing. And they'll put their animals and their children on these diets, and they are malnutritioned and very unhealthy because they are not getting all the nutrients that their body needs. They are not focusing on what they should be. And they are making a political decision and choosing to do this for social or political reasons. Like, you don't want to hurt the animals. I'm like, well, whatever, fuck the animals. Still go hunting. I don't care. But there's a lot of people who are very uneducated about the way they go about doing it, and they are hurting themselves and other people, and that's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you may think less of me, but I don't give a fuck for saying this.
I always think less of you.
So hunting
or more
is sometimes considered population control, especially around Kentucky. Deer hunting.
I used to live in Kansas. This is normal.
Right.
Yeah, it's very important for the ecosystem to kill.
But I don't completely. I don't limit the whole use of population control against animals. A lot of people are like, the Holocaust was bad, World War II was bad, all the wars were bad, everything, these diseases and stuff that have been around, they're bad. Yes, they're bad, and the outcome is bad, but think about if they didn't happen. Think about if we cured every disease, what the population would be like in, say, 20, 30 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if cavemen only ate spinach, we wouldn't be here.
But
meat
protein was necessary for the development or evolution of the human brain. But Dodge talked about finding
makes us warlike a little bit.
Yeah, probably finding vegan options, and I just love seeing the vegan labels slapped on stuff or gluten free that obviously never had gluten to begin with, like bottled water. It's vegan. Well, no shit. You went out to a creek and filled this bottle with fucking water. It's vegan.
Are you the type of vegetarian that will eat fish or no?
That's called a pescatarian, and no.
No? Oh, man.
So
I like fish, but only if it's not cooked.
So I got to address what you were saying there, Rookzer. The CDC they've already published studies on this. There's a reason that when there's a large outbreak of a disease like flu or malaria, it always happens in large population centers, and that's nature finding its way. Either we kill ourselves through war or manual population control or some other means, or we overpopulate an area to the extent that disease transmits rapidly between people and it kills the population off on its own. Now, with the advancement of modern medicine, we've done a great job at controlling these diseases or limiting their expansion. But at some point, our system and our fail-safes will fail. There will be a massive epidemic of a disease that'll spread through a large metropolitan area. It's going to happen. Like the
movie,
what that reminds me of, what you just said, what that reminds me of is the movie The Happening. Mark Wahlberg. It was completely, I mean, the casting could have been so much better. It was a good movie, a fantastic, it was entertaining, made me think, but it was cast completely wrong. I don't think Mark Wahlberg should have been in it, but if you just look at the story, the lines and things like that, it's actually a pretty good concept. Well, basically what it is the plant life is emitting a toxin and killing humans. And it's carried by wind, kind of like pollination, shit like that. But it's really interesting. Once the wind starts blowing, they start freaking out once they figure it out. But Mark Wahlberg plays a teacher that is a scientist, and he's divorced and everything. Huh?
I said this sounds familiar.
Well, a lot of movies have kind of taken the concept, but like in zombies and shit like that. But it's not a bad concept of, plants killing humans because
they will have their
population
revenge.
Control. I think that might be where I got the concept and why I don't, everybody's like, oh, the Holocaust was terrible. And then I respond to them with, well, can you imagine if all those people lived?
Yeah. Obviously, homicide is pretty morally fucked up.
Right, but I agree.
Just from a population standpoint.
This is one of the only things I agree with China on is the 2 kids, and you're done.
No Duggar family?
You guys heard about the current, is it the not Paleolithic area? Fucking, you know how we got eras, the Jurassic area, Paleolithic, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We just entered a new era called the Anthropocene era, where it's a prediction from like 100 years ago, and we're officially in it. It's when you go across the line to where humans are officially dramatically affecting geology of the planet. It's the beginning of pretty much
terraforming.
It's the beginning of everything fucked.
Yeah.
Dodge touched on it a minute ago, but brings up the topic of medicine resistance in bacteria and viruses, where you get antibiotic-resistant bugs that are rampant in places like hospitals. But then, even if, like you were talking about population centers, even if disease doesn't kill everybody off, then it gets too big to support itself within its footprint. There's not enough agriculture, any sort of food source, so everybody just starves because there's not enough to go around, and their footprint where they can cultivate these things isn't big enough. So that's all fun doomsday stuff. I honestly think we're just going to blow ourselves up, but I just hope I'm close enough to the center of the blast where I don't have to suffer for a week of radiation sickness.
Pretty much, I welcome it, man. I just hope it's not slow and long, like slow and painful. I hope it's quick and fast.
Yeah. There are some things that I like slow and long, but that's not one of them.
People have their bug out bags and their apocalypse plans. No, shit hits the fan. I'm sitting here and just waiting until death gives me a nice
nothing
hug.
You can do.
You know what I got for that? Guns.
Well, if you run, here's the thing. It's an old fucking military term. If you run, you're just going to die tired.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not an old military term. They still use that.
Yeah, they use that in boot camp. And then they make you run.
My drill told me, he said, don't run if you get shot at. You're just going to die tired. I'm like, okay. That's why I like whenever, Marines come up to me, because I was Army. And Marines come up to me and they're like, yeah, the few and the proud. And I'm like, yeah, because y'all are always fucking dying. And they're like, well, they teach us to, when we're being shot at, to run towards the gunfire. And I'm like, yeah, well, they teach us to shoot back.
That's some fucking Allah Akbar fucking reasoning right there. Just run forward, my friend. You will die if a virgin.
I'll say this: you can stockpile guns. You can stockpile.
I would not die a virgin. I would not. In my country, I'm not gonna die as a virgin. No. No.
Now you sound like Apu, but Dodge.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Before Dodge goes, Will, your mic sounds a lot better. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm on my computer.
Dodge.
That's why.
That sounds amazing comparably. I mean,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, Dodge.
On my headset.
Okay. You can stockpile guns. You can stockpile ammo, food, whatever you think you need to stockpile. You can totally stockpile it, but can you keep a 50-year supply? So
no.
The thing is, what you need instead of guns and ammo and food and water and all those things is a skill, something that you can use to trade, something you can use to control the situation afterwards. For example, if you're a home brewer and you can turn grain and water into alcohol, that's one of those commodities that no matter how bad the economy is, how bad things get, people always want sex, drugs, and alcohol. So if you can sell them one of the big three commodities, you still have a place.
Sex, drugs, and alcohol.
I'm going to be a hooker.
Being the guy that knows how to make alcohol is still an important role, even in the economy.
You just woke me up, man. I'm going to fucking learn how to make crocodile real quick now.
I could see Wheelan now in the apocalypse. He's going to be running around with his horse mask. You want to get fucked by a horse?
It's going to be like everything is brown tone and there's just tumbleweeds and you see me and the horse head standing on the corner. Feel good.
Of course, Will's going to be like, I'm a froggy. I'll jump your bones.
I'll be that dried up guy in the middle of the desert, like, a quarter for a joke. Quarter gets me a shot of water.
Now, Billy, are you going to have the face paint on or not?
Oh, there's no face paint in the apocalypse. My own shit. I'll just spread it on.
It's just going to be like the bomb goes off and Billy finds the red nose in the wreckage. He's like, I'm saved.
Dude, my own shit is even wishful thinking because you might not even have food enough to produce a shit to make.
Right.
I'll spit and eat and drink it up.
Be lucky if you have a fart every once.
Okay, was it Bear Grylls? Was it Bear Grylls that was on the water or something on this little raft and he gave himself an enema?
Yeah, that was Bear Grylls.
I saw that video and the groans or moans or whatever were classic. But I watched that and I was like, why the fuck is he choosing to use a hose the size of a fucking upper radiator hose and not like a little brake line or something? Why is he
all he had on the boat, man?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Well, and here's the thing. Unless it's administered by a medical professional, there's a good chance that an enema is actually going to dehydrate you further because
especially a saltwater enema?
Yeah.
It was a saltwater enema.
Your colon is a big processor and regulator of water. But if it has bacteria or salt water or you end up expelling it all, you just lost water and stuck a radiator hose up your ass.
Dodge, you officially confused me.
That's not posy at all.
No.
It's for me.
If I was, I've learned enough. I mean, like with Dodge, give him a little credit here about the alcohol thing. There's other skills that you acquire brewing alcohol. Well, distilling alcohol, that's for sure.
Yeah,
learning how to distill stuff. I mean, you're on the sea. Like all you need something is a little bit of reflective, something a little bit reflective to piss in a hole and distill your piss into a little bit of sour water.
Dodge, you've officially. How did you do that?
Do what?
You can do that. I don't think he's done it. Maybe he has.
No. I was talking about the Mario thing. How did he do that?
Oh yeah, it's a fucking mystery, isn't it?
It is to me.
It's me, Mario.
I have a Mario doll.
Were you on?
Oh, motherfucker! I was sitting there. I was like, how the? Because it looked computer generated.
For real?
Because if you hold it close enough, like.
You even have Green Mario, the one nobody plays.
Focuses on it, you can't really tell the difference between the focal points on the behind it, and it looks like
that's Luigi.
Here, Mario's it focuses a little easier.
Yeah. He's got more contrast on his face.
Does Deadpool work? No.
I'll tell you what.
Fuck you, Deadpool.
She hits the fan and you hear there's one place that muzzle is aimed, and it's not going to leave a pretty aftermath, I can tell you that much.
I've got this. Come at me, bro.
You got a ship?
This one.
That's the one I thought was Bob's Burgers.
No, this is the barista droid.
Yeah, no, Starbucks droid. Might as well call it what it is.
It's a barista droid. You know, I roast my own coffee, and this is not a Starbucks coffee.
It's the little arts major droid.
Man, the wife bought me those fucking Starbucks Keurig cups.
About $12 a piece.
Fuck that.
You mean the same woman that basically said your penis size on stage with the Trailer Park Boys?
She didn't say my penis size. What are you talking about?
We talking about Willis.
She was fucking with Bubbles, like saying Bubbles was trying to fuck with her, and she did a great job of fucking with him back.
Hey guys,
after that,
she did. He's like, you know, not how many bones you've taken, and she's like, you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, he said nothing for like 2 seconds, then goes and walked away. Like went to the next.
Hey guys.
I mean, she basically upstaged him, so props to her.
I need 4 more to hit that 500, man. I'm
4?
there. Yep.
Bruh.
I'm there.
Rook's going to be sitting there waiting for $4.99 so he can be number 500.
Dodge is number 300.
Oh,
It was a fun-ass night, boys. Not to keep on that, I'll change the subject now, but I'm sorry. Anybody that has stopped and ordered a scotch for Bubbles and talked to him for a second, you never experienced anything like that. Okay, move on.
Who's almost 500?
Will.
What's fucking?
Yeah, I'm so close.
What the fuck is?
Oh, it's the only kind of gun he can buy.
America.
It's not scary unless the horse has clown makeup on these days.
Right.
I will find
man.
And was that? What do you mean the only? Oh, long gun. Is that what you're getting?
Shotgun, yeah. Any kind of firearm with a buttstock.
Yeah, long gun. Anything? What over 28?
18.
Don't you mean assault rifles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a black shotgun, right? It's an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Can't keep more than 5 shells in it. Or it's a deadly weapon.
Yeah, I got scary black rifles too.
And for those of you who are worried, it's unloaded. I'm not that stupid.
See, what you do is you get an amazingly powerful gun.
It's an amazing machine.
There's where everybody went wrong, using black, like stealth-looking weapons to hunt deer. They should have just kept them original, like old school, man. Wood grain, fun, exteriors and shit.
Oh yeah, rainbow color.
Where's my scary black rifle? It's not black.
Just keep
Need
it
a better
rainbow
scope on
color.
it and a low profile forward sight.
A lot of gay deer out here.
A lot of gay
You're
deer.
saying a lot of gay deers.
Yeah, I one of them. Let me tell you something, man. I think this was like last week. It was. Okay, when I go to my job and shit, I go to the back roads, and this motherfucker, little fucking Bambi, just jump out in front of me and shit. I almost hit that motherfucker.
Yeah. It's always an ever-present danger. I realized in that one vlog I did where I saw that fucking deer hop into the woods, it took me like 3 weeks. But all of a sudden, my brain clicked in and thought, if I was going 10 miles an hour faster, I would have hit that little motherfucker.
But you're crazy. You're using the woods by yourself with the coyotes.
That was fucked.
I thought you were going for Boo from.
Like last year I did it and it was fake. Like I went into just my neighbor's woods, right? And I added Elmo's voice in the distance.
Let's do the
Little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. Up, right, left. Up some. Oh, you're going down too far. You messed it up.
Messed up the monobrow.
Tickle my elbows.
I know I put it on Facebook, but I had a dream the other night that there was a deer that was stuck in my backyard because it was wearing my horse mask and couldn't get out.
Fuck off.
What is that?
Everybody's fucking vibrators are going off.
It's me, man. I think it's all me. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. You ain't got to apologize for shit.
Everybody needs something. That last one was Donald Trump telling me to shut the fuck up.
What do you think?
What you guys think about? Damn, Rookzer, that fucking Jägermeister, man.
Come on, tell me this is not the coolest one.
Wait, what's his name?
Cool.
I'm gonna call him Steve.
Will, who were you talking to?
Yeah, it looks like Z a little bit.
I see what you're doing, Will, or Wheeling.
That's totally Z. Hey, did you guys see that? I posted in MotoVloggers Hangout and Friends or whatever. No, YouTube MotoVloggers and Friends on Facebook. I found Jack. I was searching. I was just, poking around on eBay and shit, and I found Z's exact jacket.
Really?
It showed me. It was all like full leather, like from some foreign provider. And a nice jacket, but it was Z's jacket. And I realized it had a waist belt on it. Like, if you buy one new, it's got a waist belt on it, like Fonzie's jacket and shit. You know what I mean? Like the old motorcycle jackets with the belt. Like a regular belt with a buckle and shit.
Like so, Michael Jackson said.
Yeah, so it looks like he's cut that off. But I posted it, and there was one that was like for sale for like $70. It'd be a Z Halloween costume. And it's still up. I think it's still for sale.
That's sweet. Z's a cool dude, too.
He seems like it, yeah.
The
jacket cracks me up, though.
Yeah, he was.
Said this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I was talking to Z on Instagram because I don't know if he still has it, but he had the same vintage bike that I had, a V65 Sabre. And so we were talking about our bikes, and both of them were broken. But he's like, if I get this fixed, or if you're going to come out to SoCal Motovloggers meet, I will have this thing fixed, and we can ride around on them. And then like the next week, mine shit the bed for good, and I sold it. But
put that up again, Dodge. It looks better like that.
It really does.
Is that a condom?
It was.
No,
with a face.
Oh, it was the balloon. Sorry.
It was the balloon. I popped it, though.
It looks like a used fucking condom from an underground provider.
Yeah, Dodge does that to condoms, too. He pulls out the Sharpie.
It's a 666 Trojan.
He draws a face on him. He's like, I'm going to draw a face on my penis.
Dodge has one of the most expressive faces I've seen.
I think that's the easiest thing to buy on the deep web is snug fit condoms. God damn it, leave me alone!
Suddenly I feel like I'm in a backroad video.
Oh shit.
Fuck these fuckers.
Oh man.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind, that was somebody important.
Yep.
You better answer the wife.
Yeah, who you talking about?
What you talking about, Will? Wait for it.
When it's fucking like a youth Christ church.
Hey, yo, Rookster, how the hell that shit tastes like without Red Bull?
Tastes like black licorice with a bite.
I used to drink it. What the fuck?
Somebody sends Dodge dick pics.
I used to drink that stuff, whatever it's called.
Jägermeister?
Jägermeister. Straight.
You're welcome. What do you think this is? It's straight to my fucking mouth.
I don't know about that. You could have filled that bottle with water or syrup. It could be either one.
Sipping on some syrup.
I have a whole bottle of honey, but that's not going to,
All right. Yeah, it's not going to come out as easily.
No.
I saw something in the news the other day that Red Bull vodka is as bad for your system as straight up cocaine.
Wait, Red Bull is making vodka?
No. Red Bull and vodka.
Oh. I'm like, Red Bull's making vodka? What?
I think they're talking about the stress on your heart, aren't they?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
But I would think that, I don't know why the vodka would play into that, because, I mean, alcohol is a blood thinner.
Cocaine.
Right. It's also a vasodilator. So
Has anybody looked at? Has anybody went to Snopes to find out if that one video about Red Bull is true, where the guy drank like 30 or 40 of them, and like his heart's like.
Yeah, that's fake. That's called flail chest. And
okay,
it's
you know Sergeant Markins, right?
Yeah.
Rookzer. Yeah. So, what do you mean if it's true? Like, have you asked him that about that?
Oh, nice. I see what you did there. What was I looking for? I was going to send
something about Red Bull.
No, I was going to send Dodds a dick pic.
Oh man,
but I can't find it.
Man, what is it about, like, as you get older, the more shit, like the bad shit, the more bad shit you have to deal with? It's weird. Like, when you're young, is it the more awareness of the bad shit around you?
Probably a little bit of both.
Fucking weird.
When did they put L's in that? Sorry.
Fuck off! That's how I say it.
So, what is a furry convention? You might not want to know.
It's what Dodge is going
to. Want to know.
A furry convention.
Dodge is going to one. Have you seen his costume?
A furry convention is all these freaks. They're like borderline bronies, kind of, but just as bad. They like to put body puppets on. What a body puppet is like when you go to Disney World and like Mickey Mouse walking around in this big fucking suit. Well, they wear teddy bears and unicorns that are all furry and scratchy and go fucking rub on each other on acid at the convention.
Why do I not feel like it's a derogatory term when freaks comes out of Backroad's mouth?
Because he's got it all.
Dude, like freaks, like fucking bodily freaks, fucking straight up genetic freaks are fucking.
No. I don't feel like you're meaning it as an offensive term.
Oh no. There's
if anybody knows you, when you say freaks, they're just going to be like, "Oh yeah, it's just part of his vocabulary."
It depends on how you say it. It depends on how you say it.
Yeah, you freak.
Your tone of fucking voice. Will Maddox's such a freak, or you'd be like, Rookzer, you're a fucking freak, dude. Fuck up, you know what I mean?
I'm used to hearing that.
Freak.
So I don't really hear a difference.
Where you didn't hear a difference?
The furry convention is for people who admire anthropomorphic drawings.
I bet you Betty's a freak.
Yeah, dude, she got such a tight pussy, and it doesn't stretch.
Where is pussy?
It's way under here. It's got a little screw on it. You can make it tighter and looser. Did you know that when you go to Disneyland and you see Woody, if you yell "Andy's coming," they all fall? Really?
They used to. Huh? They discontinued a lot of that stuff because the internet publicized it. Hate to
fucking internet ruining shit.
Yeah,
I wanted to go to Disneyland and yell that out. I mean, you can't do anything nowadays. Nothing is a surprise anymore with the internet.
Yeah. I heard about people taking cremated remains of their relatives and trying to disperse them on the Haunted Mansion ride.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like, somebody's
disrespectful. No, that's a freak.
Is to go sweep up remains of people.
When you know it's just going to fall down, like eventually, like in the future, that building is going to be shit, and it's going to be scooped up by a fucking bulldozer and built on top of really respectable of your fucking grandma.
Fucking Dodge. But it's always a surprise. He's right though.
How about you just scream freaks?
Okay, so weirdest. You don't have to divulge if you don't want to. Weirdest sex stories. I will start.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
So I was seeing. I don't know why. Just butt sex just triggered it. Triggered. So.
Go ahead.
So I was seeing this girl out in Kansas when I was stationed in Fort Riley. I was seeing this girl. She was cute. I mean, she really was. But you could tell she used an excessive amount of makeup. So we're going at it one night. She's on top. And apparently she had these black lights at the head of her bed. She reaches up. It's pitch black in her room. We're just, going to town. She reaches up there and flips them off. Well, that's when I found out that some makeup is blacklight reactive. She turned those fucking black lights on. Her face goes like this. And I felt like I was fucking Jack Skellington. What is this?
What's the coolest Halloween costumes you guys have ever fucking come up with? I'm talking about all the way back to the age of like 5, dude. Coolest one.
I'll go. I think the coolest Halloween costume I've ever done, and I know it sounds really cheesy, but the implementation was awesome, I was Mario a few years ago. Like when I was 24, 25 years old. And it doesn't sound that awesome until you wear your Mario costume to the bars on a Thursday or Friday night with a bunch of young people who are, all fresh out of college and go to the bars all the time. And then you're Mario at a bar. And this is the part that made the costume awesome. It wasn't just like, a red shirt and suspenders and a hat. I made a pattern for my wife and she sewed it. We made a mushroom pillow. So I had a giant mushroom that I carried around with me.
Was that Toad?
No.
Okay.
Mushroom.
Okay,
yeah,
so
the red mushroom, not the one-up mushroom, but the red mushroom.
Yeah, the regular mushroom.
To make your penis grow mushroom.
The one that makes it grow really big.
See? So I have been Spider-Man, I've been Transformers, I've been all kind of shit, Ninja Turtles and whatnot when I was a kid. But I think my best costume was last year. And I've even been a cowboy fucking a bull when I'm sitting in the chair. But my best costume was last year when I used the latex mask and I went to work. And where I work has like counters. If you walk, customers aren't allowed behind the counters and shit. So I had my little suit and everything on. I had my old man mask on. I went out to one of the branches and walked straight in, went behind the counter and everything like that. And the manager come up to me and asked, sir, are you okay? Are you lost or something? Can I help you? You're not supposed to be back here. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm supposed to be back here. I'm working on your shit. Cause I'm in IT. I'm in IT where I work. So I work on the computers and whatnot. So I'm allowed back there. And she's like, wait, what? She was completely offended and everything. And finally, I told her who I was. But yeah, that's pretty much the best costume that I've had. So next, mine wasn't funny. Go.
I was dressed as a girl.
Not surprising.
That's
not surprising whatsoever. But I can imagine you in like curls, like fucking old lady curlers with a net over it and shit.
Yeah,
funny as hell. You could dress as a lunch lady.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I think of Adam Sandler's Lunch Lady Land.
Everybody had one of those lunch ladies, man. I did anyway. She would just not give a fuck. Zero fuck. She just flop fucking potatoes on your goddamn
I think the lunch ladies are freaks.
Yeah. They're just pissed that they're even there. Most of them are doing community service.
I never had any of those.
You want more potatoes?
Just normal people. I was kind of bummed out by that.
Here's your cornbread.
I was crushed later on to realize that my lunch ladies and janitors were like criminals. What the fuck?
You could have got some good stories out of that.
No one was ever raped by one, so that's good.
I got some popsicles.
What about Wheelan? What was your fucking costume, bro?
I've never really had like.
It'd be pretty bad if his was Charlie Brown.
Probably Charlie Brown. That's the one I definitely spent the most time on, and it was really stupid simple. But riding around on a motorcycle as Charlie Brown, and I also had a Snoopy on the back of my bike. That got the most reaction, so that was cool. I don't really remember much. Yeah, I made my helmet. Here, I'll screen share it without doing a face reveal. Let me clean
that. Get that dead time fill in there.
I was a Power Rangers.
That was "Let Me Clear My Throat," the song.
Let me clear my throat.
There you go, Billy. There, so there's my helmet. I got the ball sack right there, and yeah, I covered it in this like tan pink felt, which took 4 fucking ever.
Ball sack.
Yeah, and then look at it, and then I made that out of paracord and just hot glued it there. So,
I mean, it does kind of look like a ball sack because your left testicle is a little bit smaller than your right. So.
Oh shit!
This is mirrored. Remember that. So my left testicle is a little bigger, but
in hindsight, what he's talking about, I mean, I think you can like put a cock on top of that and like do it like a warhawk all the way back, and it would make,
bruh,
it would look pretty good.
Purpose
it. And then like on the cock, do like smaller, like what they call that, electrolyte or whatever the fuck they call that, that wire, E-wire. Wheeling Vlogs.
I thought about doing that to mine, but I've got too many graphics on my helmets to take away from it.
It'd be cool if somebody fucking put a straight up fuck it, neon fucking glass, neon tubes, fucking plug that shit into the goddamn battery.
Fucking put them like antennas coming out. Hell yeah, dude.
Imagine worst comes to worst and you have an off while wearing that helmet. Not only do you have broken glass everywhere, you also have very high voltage on your fucking head.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool.
You're going to smack the ground at like 70 miles. Fuck it, you know?
YOLO, bitch.
Smacking the ground.
Who gives a fuck?
Bro, you're already going to smack the ground at 70. Fuck.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck at that point?
There was an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway where Ryan was doing a Carol Channing impression and accidentally...
Oh, and he hit his head, yes.
Ran into the neon light on the front of... what's his name?
Drew Carey.
And it shatters. And he maintains character as Carol Channing.
Yeah, dude, Whose Line is my favorite ad-lib show by far.
I've only watched a little bit of the new Whose Line, and I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about Aisha as the host. But I like the old one way, way better.
I can't wait for was it Top Gear? Was the new Top Gear? That's not fucking called Top Gear.
Grand Tour.
Yeah,
Yes.
Grand Tour. That's right on Amazon.
Never really watched those. What was that one show where I think it was Top Gear where he took like a gas engine or a gas car and put diesel in it, and a diesel car and put gas engine?
That was Fifth Gear.
Yeah,
how many fucking gears are there?
Just no. There's actually there's Top Gear USA, and then there's Top Gear, which is in the UK, the proper Top Gear with Jeremy.
No, there's Fifth Gear, there's Top Gear, and there's shit bags that shouldn't be on a fucking show.
Yeah.
Top Gear USA does not exist.
Which one was it that went to Alabama?
That was Top Gear, the UK.
Yeah, I remember they were all scared, and like I think one of them spray painted something about being gay on Jeremy's car, and they were all they were playing up on the redneck stereotype.
That's right. They painted it pink. They painted it pink, fucking throw gay all over it and homo, and then put like a Democrat flag and stickers over it.
Now that was all staged, but there are towns in the U.S., namely the South, where that would happen.
That's what I was going to say. Is there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it was staged. I'm like, it may have been staged for the show, but I've been places where that shit actually happens. Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's true. Like it was staged in that town, but if it wasn't like set up by the fucking production crew, that probably would have actually happened. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Especially being Brits.
But see, it would have escalated a little more if.
Yeah, they basically paid the guys that hate fags to not really kill them, but to chase them.
I guarantee they paid them like $20. Like, we'll fill your gas tank up if you do this. And they're like, all right, I'll fucking do it.
Just like the Trailer Park Boys. 2 packs of smokes in the Cobra, boys. It was like, oh, fuck yeah.
If I show my penis, will you fill up my gas tank?
A different special where they were in the States, but they got to Louisiana where Katrina I think they may have gone to New Orleans.
Yes.
But they got there and they
No, it's Nolans.
nobody from New Orleans says it that way.
And the islands.
They got there and they completely weren't expecting it to be still like devastating years later, and I think they gave their cars to a few people. But it was like they totally were not expecting people to still be homeless and flood water everywhere and all that.
Yeah, there's no help.
Speaking of hurricanes,
they threw them all in football stadiums and then just threw them back into the fucking mud pit after it was over.
He said, "Fuck you, not my stadium."
Speaking of hurricanes, Dave, I like your video on the whole how to walk in a hurricane. That was pretty good.
Get out of my stadium now.
Get out.
Get out. We
Speaking
don't have
of
no
get out, I
chocolate
gotta
here.
go pee out of
I
my
mean, here,
dick
I
hole.
mean, like in the I don't know, in the government's defense of all that stuff.
You gotta go pee up your penis.
Well, they can fucking move out of New Orleans if it was so bad, you know.
Well,
I know even if you don't have the money to move or whatever, you could at least start walking. I've done it.
Stop victim blaming.
Hey, I haven't heard Ninja Shift talk. Are you still there, Ninja Shift?
He might be muted.
Are you muted?
That guy's a fucking stalker. Just kidding.
Billy had to say just kidding so he didn't actually come stalking.
So yeah, so he doesn't have to get shot in the kneecap when he tries to stalk me.
It'd be like, it puts the lotion in the fucking basket.
You bloody bastard.
I think it may have been because last time he got a little crazy with the
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I've got a fruit fly that's been dead on my toilet seat for like 2 months. Is that bad?
Probably. Wait.
How many hours do you wait before cleaning your toilet?
Well, I don't clean that specific spot because it never really gets dirty.
Do you not have running water in that bathroom at the moment?
No, I just flushed twice.
Oh, okay. Because I remember you saying something about not having running water.
No. I don't have running water in the sink.
Okay, I'm like, does he have a gallon of water that he pours into the tank every time he takes his shit, or what?
Look, I told him how to fix it. It's really simple. You take the tank for the toilet and you lift it up higher, and then you just put a Y valve in the line, so one can go to the sink and one can go to the toilet. And you
make it a water
valve and flush the toilet when you want water.
You never fucking told me that.
I thought about telling you that.
No.
So that counts.
You just piss on your hands. Your piss is clean when it comes out.
It's sterile. It's not clean. There's a difference.
Recycle your piss.
Very, very true. And clean, well, with Rookzer, clean probably means no drugs, but
it's clean.
You could use your piss for like Clorox.
Yeah. It's actually ammonia, not bleach.
It's just gonna be Jello. Like. Fucked up.
I know. Does everybody else see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. That's messed up.
I didn't know. I just wanted to see if it would work. I didn't know.
It does work.
Oh,
yes. Oh, whoa, permanently.
And see, the cluelessness is real.
I didn't know that would happen.
Why did it happen?
I fucking didn't know. Fuck, man.
Wonder what would happen if I click yes.
I think you have to wait.
You're the moderator. Can you not, like, reverse that?
I think you have to wait until the call is over.
But see, I can do this.
Whoa.
He's like, what the hell? It gets face reaction.
Yeah, it's for the rest of the video call.
You hear me now?
So I don't think you can undo it in this hangout.
Fuck.
I can.
Yeah, do it. Please, hurry up. Do that, man. I didn't mean
He'll turn it.
Undo what? No. You all have to undo it for your individual selves.
No, it said you can't undo this.
Oh, well, good luck.
No, you guys can still see him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just so you know, Ninja, we're having fun at your expense, just as usual.
Oh, so he can't hear me at all,
This is
right?
for this hangout. I didn't permanently do it.
Can you hear me, Ninja?
Nope, you guys can't
No,
hear
he
me.
blocked you.
Oh man.
Suck a dick!
No, everybody else can hear. Well, I'm sure you can go to the stream and creep on you, but
That's funny. Oh, well. I
I'll give
fucked
you
up.
something to creep on. There's no such thing as fucking up. It's all fun. Unless you crash and die. Unless it was you were having fun at the time.
I thought he could come back. Shit. And my fucking, you know, I thought I'd see him again in like 5 seconds. Oh well.
Isn't there a song "When I See You Again" or something?
yeah, there's lots of them. They all suck.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so Wheeling saying something sucks is going for something because this dude watches the weirdest shit on fucking YouTube.
Sidebar.
No.
I see sidebar.
Dark
I'm
side of
looking
you.
at sidebar.
There's like 40 links. Holy fuck.
I like that.
So, Dodge just posted a GIF of someone using what looks like a extreme snowblower to carve pumpkins.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like carving pumpkins. Oh,
I'm gonna stick
big
with the
pumpkin
gun.
with a
Oh
little
my
pumpkin on top. I think that little pumpkin's gonna mess it up.
Dude, you got to use Dremel tools with.
No! Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I second that because with the Dremel tools, you can remove the thick orange, the rind, and let some light through so you can
Oh,
get
he
some-
almost flipped it.
Yeah, Dremel tool is awesome. Like you can put a stencil. It's the best thing for stencils. You can stencil out some shit that you don't want to carve all the way through, and you can get right down to the
Somebody
skin.
carved. Somebody, I seen on Instagram. Somebody carved a pumpkin out of a guy getting hit from a girl.
I kind
On
of
a
want
pumpkin.
that tractor or whatever it would be called. I
I
kinda
saw
want one of
my
those.
favorite one is just the one they took a drill bit and they drilled 2 little holes for the eyes and made a tiny little smiley face, and then they're like, "I'm done."
That's fucking gay.
You're gay. Gay.
Gay.
No, hold on. Gay is the new.
All I heard was "gay is the new."
Gay is the new black, boys.
Yeah, it's a new black.
Actually, I was entertained by that show, Orange is the New Black. I was entertained by that.
Is it
Especially
because
the
it
titties.
was gay?
That was an old saying, like in the '90s. Everybody like, well, this season blue is the new black, and they'd say
Yeah.
that every year in the '90s, dude. This year, pink is the new black for fall. I'm like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up.
40 is the new 20.
Yeah, 80 is the new 50. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
This is the new go fuck yourself.
Okay, who made me worried? How long has this been going on?
Oh wow, you've got like a whole vignette thing going
Dude,
on,
you got
like
focus.
the old Cary Grant movies where anytime a female was on scene, it was fuzzy.
Soft focus.
Some kind of lens feature, right?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I think you.
Moved it.
Oh, and you didn't even have to wipe it off. I was going to say, I think you penised on your camera.
My dad's an elephant trainer, and he likes to really tear people's noses off.
Dude, when you open your mouth, it gets bigger. I didn't actually think about how that sounded until I said it. When you open your mouth, it gets bigger.
Yeah. Just the sight of that will get me harder. You know what I mean?
Not even like the Monopoly guy.
Wait, say it again.
What?
The what?
The Monopoly eye?
Not quite.
I thought he said Monopoly. Sorry, Will.
Oh, the Monopoly guy.
Hey, Will, say my name.
The Monopoly guy.
I'm not the Monopoly.
Rookzer.
Oh, fuck, you got
Rooster.
it right this time.
Rooster. Your name's
He's
Rooster,
almost
right?
like-
That's your channel.
Okay, So that's the thing about my name is hardly anybody ever says it right. And Will's video cracks me up every time I watch it. His sticker video with my sticker where he puts me on the goody hole. He says it. He says rooster. He only says it right like twice, and that's why I love my name.
Rookzer.
It took him 3 times.
Say different names. It's like listening to Ricky fuck up. Like
Lucy, I'm home.
No, not that Ricky. It's not
like jalapeno.
Yeah, jalapeno.
Yeah, jalapeno. Like pick me up a fucking chips, Ricky. It's fucking jalapeno.
Speaking of jalapenos, I don't know if he's still here, but Seattle Diver. Some of y'all may have seen him earlier in the hangout. Seattle Diver. He's out of Lexington, which is like 45 minutes to an hour away from me. He grows peppers and has a scorpion pepper, a Carolina Reaper, some ghost peppers, and things like that.
Yeah.
And he wants me to eat them on a video.
People are going to be like, you're ripping off fucking Baker Derek with the Carolina Reaper.
Dude, no one's ripping off anyone. There's no new ideas. A lot of people have fucking done that, but I advise against it.
There's been videos.
I've seen that pack before.
Porch pepper.
Porch peppers.
Porch peppers.
You make them on a porch?
Dave, go ahead and tell that story.
So the first time I go to Kentucky to visit Sergeant Markins, I had ridden 742 miles to get to his house that day. And I'm not joking, that is 742 miles. I get to his house. We're hanging out for like 20 minutes waiting for his wife to get home so we can go ride to dinner. And he's like, hey, you like spicy food, right? I was like, yeah, I like spicy food. So he's like, my neighbor gave me this pepper, but I don't know what it is. Can you help me identify it? And I look at it, and it looks like a jalapeno. And I think, sure, I can taste this. It's a hybrid of a ghost pepper.
Put it up on camera again. It didn't show.
Well, it's not this exact one. What he had before was a hybrid of a ghost pepper and a jalapeno. This is a hybrid of a ghost pepper and a habanero. But yeah, it was basically, it looked like a jalapeno. It tasted like a jalapeno, but it had the spiciness of a ghost pepper. My mouth was on fire for like 20 minutes. I was angry. And because he grew them on his porch, we refer to those as porch peppers.
And what's on the other side? What's on the other side of that package?
Well, that's special. we don't share that with the public.
Well, I'll share it. What's on the other side of it is David's peppers.
David's garden seeds.
Yeah,
David's I thought there was going to be a picture of a fucking like she-male.
No.
Right. Well, that's in the fine print area.
That's my name though. So David's garden seeds. It kind of sounds like.
So, your mouth was only on fire for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean,
what's the hottest pepper anybody has ever tried? Now, from left to right on my screen, we'll start with Billy.
Not like a full scorpion pepper or anything, but like scorpion powder. I used it for a quesadilla once, and it fucking sucked because it was too hot. It's like it can't even enjoy the food.
Yeah, and that's a lot of reason why I don't really eat too much Mexican food, because it's all heat and no taste.
Yeah,
it has taste, but the heat overdoes the taste. That's why I lean more towards Japanese food.
It's like how could they look forward to fucking dinner? It's like, yay, let's fucking burn our fucking digestive tract to shit.
Right. It's like the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West. They eat so much hot and spicy food they could fart and die, and then one farts and dies.
But yeah, like slight bit of scorpion pepper. That's the hottest I've ever been.
So Dodge, your hottest pepper?
That's easy.
Perfect. Good job, Will. Hold on, he's
This
holding
one-
up stuff.
This one is 1,000,000 Scoville units. And this one is 1,000,000 Scoville units.
Wow.
I've not actually had the hottest pepper I've ever ate was a habanero, which is only like 100,000 Scoville units. But this is 10 times hotter. Both of these are 1,000,000.
Is it that much? I thought the habanero was only like 15.
It depends on variety. It's like 50 to 125,000.
Because I can handle habanero.
You have those things in your hand right now. Do you have milk in the refrigerator?
The hottest pepper is a Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, we know what the world's hottest pepper is. Thanks.
Do you have milk in the refrigerator, Dodge?
However, I can eat one right now.
Oh, do it. Well, you shouldn't. You should wait. You should be like,
just chug the bottle.
Or like 20 views or 20 viewers. Sorry. Don't fucking do a teaspoon.
Titties.
There he goes. Cheers, boys. Oh, look at this thing. That's a bloody T-shirt.
It's only 1,000,000 Scoville units.
Only.
You spilled some on your
Isn't
shirt.
it weird how if somebody can handle it, it's not as entertaining? You have to like really feel pain, and it.
Well, half
it's
of it,
like.
Well, half of it went on his shirt, so.
It's only 500,000. I mean, that's how
Do it again. That didn't count. It went on your shirt.
All right, so next in line is Ninja. What's the hottest pepper you've ever eaten?
I don't eat spicy food.
You're a pussy. Wheelan, what's the next one?
Let me preface this with I am not a spicy food person. I just kind of for the same reason you were saying earlier. I like to taste my food, not feel it.
You're a pussy. Will, what's no.
You faggot! No, like this. At a local restaurant, they had this ghost pepper chili, and ghost pepper is supposed to be hot. No.
Suppose
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was almost no heat to it whatsoever. And then at the Ohio meetup at Quaker Steak and Lean, they had that triple.
You tried it?
Yeah, I tried it.
Yeah,
it was hot. I don't like spicy food. It was hot. My eyes teared up a little bit, and I felt it. But I am a wimp when it comes to spice, and that was like almost nothing. So I don't know what the big fucking deal is. But yeah, I'm a pussy.
Did you get the shirt?
No, I didn't buy it. We just got the sauce to try. Midwest.
I'll say this though. You can take a pepper that's like a Carolina Reaper, and you can dilute it heavily with like vinegars and water and other things to make a hot sauce that's way weaker than the pepper itself.
But it's got the name so people can act like a badass.
And you can taste it.
And you can charge someone $30 for 6 wings and a T-shirt.
Well,
it was 10 and then $2 for the T-shirt, for the free T-shirt.
$2 for a free T-shirt.
Exactly.
It's that free T-shirt, but you still have to pay $2. I don't mean
exactly. So Will, what was your hottest pepper?
I mean, I ate a hot pepper, but I don't know what kind of pepper was it. But it was hot as shit though. But I wasn't sure what it was called or anything.
So what is that on the scale? Where does hot as shit fall?
That varies between individuals. I mean, hot as shit for Dodge could be nothing for me, or hot as shit for me could be nothing for Billy.
I don't know. It was hot.
Like hot shit used to be nothing for me, man, but I did it a lot. Like I was one of those guys like, oh, you can't handle this. And I was like, fucking just down it. My dad did it to me a lot. He'd grow these fucking peppers. He was like, here, man, eat this bell pepper. And it'd be like crossbred, fucking kill me.
I'm not scared to eat a hot pepper. I will do it.
I eventually developed.
Do it like on cam.
All right, so I was wrong.
I eventually developed peptic ulcers, and now I can't fucking eat that shit as much.
What were you wrong about?
Wait. Dodge said he was wrong.
This one's only like 250 to 500,000.
Okay.
This one is 1,000,000.
Do that one.
So eat both of them together.
At the same damn time.
Yeah, mix them both in a teaspoon.
Not additive.
Do it. Do it now. Do it.
Do you have any pepper spray?
No.
Oh, fuck.
But I can have. This is Trinidad Scorpion, but it's only 1,000,000 Scoville units for the hot sauce.
Only? You said one was 5. Oh, that's the 1,000,000. The other one's 500.
Yeah.
So you could take that one. Take more. Like you take a lot, right? You can take a lot though, right? Yeah, like fucking straight up do a shot of that shit.
Vodka in there.
No, I'm smarter than that.
Wait, you can take it, man.
He also says he's smarter than that with a drip of fucking hot sauce and a wet spot on his shirt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know you can do it. You know you can do it. You should just
Sniff
take
it, Don. Sniff it up your nose.
Do it.
Does have you
I really think the flavor on this one is better.
8-ball it.
had Limeritas?
More views, more hot sauce, more views. You know how that works.
Okay, I feel that one.
You should change the title.
What Dumb Stuff Dodge does.
Right.
Change the title that. Change the title to "Won't drink a full bottle of hot sauce."
That should be the thumbnail right there.
So
I'll show
it, right?
I wouldn't do it.
So the hottest pepper I've ever had. Now I'll preface this one. I was working for LMPD Police Garage, Louisville Metro Police Garage, and I'm in the shop. All of a sudden, the oil change lube technician comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I'll give you $20. You eat this pepper and don't drink anything, eat anything, or whatever for 20 minutes." I'm like, "Fuck, that's easy. It's a pepper." It was about that big, the end of my pinky. So I ripped the stem off, shove it in my mouth, chew it up, swallow it real fast because I'm like, if it doesn't touch my tongue, I'm good. Well, it touched my tongue a lot. It was a ghost pepper. And I chewed it up and swallowed it. I'm like, wow, that's actually a really good tasting pepper. By the time I said that, suddenly the heat hit me. And it was so much that it was about 30 seconds later that I'm like, okay, I can't fucking take this anymore. I'm running to the bathroom as fast as I can. I'm standing at the fucking water fountain trying to get water in my mouth fast enough, and it's not working. I get to the bathroom and shoving water from the sink into my mouth, which was nasty as fuck, I might add. And then I suddenly feel like I've got to puke because the hiccups are so bad. I'm sweating. It's fucking terrible. So for the next 3 hours, every time I burped, the heat would just come up and the capsaicin would just ignite my mouth. But after that 3 hours, I will add this. After that 3 hours, the taste of the ghost pepper is amazing. It is one of the best things I've ever tasted. And I've got one or two ghost peppers and a bunch of the seeds that eventually I will grow. And I'm going to make a chili pot. You know, chili pot's about, that big around, about yay tall or so. I'm going to make a full pot of chili and put half of that pepper in it because that taste is just so good. So I will do the videos of, me eating the ghost pepper, the Carolina Reaper, the scorpion pepper, and all that stuff. I will do those videos because I'm going for views. I'm trying to grow. So I'm going to put myself through a bunch of fucking bullshit, senseless torture.
Well, that's not how you get views. But if you want to do it, I'll watch.
Right. See, you'll watch.
So 2 things. One, again, I was wrong. I just spent a moment while your story looking it up. So this is 250. This is 500,000. So this is half of a ghost pepper in terms of spice.
So you lied the first time, like completely, totally unobscured.
I was wrong. Now go ahead and record that because you're not going to hear it very often. Second thing, if you want views, it's not about making a viral video. My channel had like 2,000 subscribers when I had that 1957 layer video. And for years, that video has been there directing literally tens of thousands of people per month or hundreds of thousands of people per month to come watch that video, and my channel did not grow because of it.
Right.
What'll make your channel grow is other things.
I was just saying that because I could say it. I wasn't saying it was true.
But I mean, if you want to do it, like I said, I'll watch.
I mean,
we'll all watch.
Well, you're my 300. You're my like 190th and 300th subscriber. So
exactly.
If there's like if there's one tip I can give somebody to break 1,000 subscribers is get noticed. Do something.
I'm trying.
Like, and not just like right on the motor. You got to do something. I don't know what it is.
But your other content has to be good.
Yeah, like when you do it, that's something I'm talking about. When you do it, you know it, no matter what it may be.
Well, here's one thing that I'm gonna start doing, and I'm gonna start doing it as soon as people start kind of giving me these. Right. At the end of my weekly vlogs, I usually put the previous vlog video on that screen, and instead of doing that, I'm actually announcing this on my regular videos tomorrow. Well, it'll come out Sunday, but instead of having my previous video on that, I'm going to do like a 30-second. If anybody wants to send me a 30-second video that they edited, upload it unlisted, I'll rip it from YouTube and then put it on there of, a 30-second description of their channel, who they are, what they do, things like that. And then I'll put it there as kind of like a little showcase spot. And once I start that, I'm never going to stop. Whether I stay at 306, 307, I think I'm at 307 now. Whether I stay here or whether I grow, I'm going to do that the entire time, because a lot of other motovloggers, and I won't mention Walter, Dan, Jake, Baker,
You just did.
I won't mention their names.
Oh my God, you mentioned them.
But they've done shout-outs, and they stopped. Like, they don't do shout-outs anymore.
Here's the thing. When bigger motovloggers give thousands and thousands and thousands of people a shout-out to somebody that just ends their fucking channel, and then later on these people find their videos, and they're like, fucking, I'll totally click that shit. And it was there. Then all of a sudden, boom, unsubscribe, fucking bullshit, because these guys don't keep up. That's their main concern.
It loses its impact, if it's every single time. And then you're going to have hundreds of people with like one video upload every 6 months where it's like, look at me play Minecraft, asking for shout outs and shit.
Yeah, people aren't consistent. Most people aren't consistent.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to leave you guys pointed at my lava lamp, but I'm going to go get some food. So you enjoy that.
Dude, I am still watching.
Okay.
In the beginning, yeah, it'll be whoever sends me something, and I'm not sure what I'll do for the break periods. Whenever nobody sends me anything, I may revert to previous ones that I think should grow more. But I don't know. I think that's a good way to not be so egocentric.
On my lava lamp. Is this room haunted?
It kind of looks like a colon. Look in the middle. Look in there. It's not really lava lamping.
It looks like
it's right now. It's one long ropey.
Yeah, it looks like the inside of a colon where the diarrhea come out.
Ever notice that when the lava lamp first warms up and it first shoots up to the top like a big shot of sperm after somebody who hadn't been laid for 9 months, it fucking shoots up there real fast, and it does look like the intestinal tract or something.
It looks like Zordon from Power Rangers.
Hey, Wheelan, like where are you going to get food? Like the kitchen or like?
Yeah, like the kitchen. But it might take me a while because I'm a lazy fuck.
And he's got to wait for mom to cook it.
Oh,
gotta wait for those. Gotta wait for
I've got some aloe in the bathroom for that burnt.
Gotta wait for those chicken strips to cook right, because they're the good. They're the $5 kind. So.
I'm sorry to everybody watching and everybody else in this hangout. The whole thing is something that the Ohio and Michigan motovloggers are doing now. So
yeah, that's a weird thing. They should probably stop doing that.
Yeah, that's like
I'm just joking.
My shout out.
It's almost like showing up on a bridge as a clown or something.
Wait a minute,
right.
Really?
What is it? What's the backstory on that?
This is news to me. What's going on?
See, I don't think you can. Well, I saw one of B-Rad's videos, and he was doing that whole thing, and I know you were doing it before.
I still don't know what I was doing.
The whole
I was saying wow,
whatever the Velociraptor sound is.
There's one video where I did, but that was one.
But you've done that in like 6 of my hangouts.
No, I haven't.
Watch them.
It's all in your head, Rookzer.
Yeah, there's that and a bunch of other bullshit.
You gotta, gotta find a new
soundboard.
Find a new
Screaming mom, but
what did you say about my mom?
Yeah, he didn't say anything about your mom, man. See, it's all in your head, dude. Find a new drug.
I was yelling "Mom, Hot Pockets," but apparently I was overdriving my microphone quite severely. So I
need some Hot Pockets.
Exactly.
No, some pizza bites.
Go give me a beer.
Here's my outlook on that whole thing.
Mom.
Anybody can talk shit about my mom. I could care less because she's still here to defend herself. My dad can be a touchy subject. Then perfect. Wait.
Hey, Dad, hear me.
That's an accordion.
Fuck your dick. Put it in your pussy, because your pussy has a hole.
Music
Put
time.
my dick in it. Put my dick in it, because you have a hole. You have a hole.
If we're having sing-along hour, I'll get my guitar.
Hey, somebody put the words on the screen.
I wrote that song in Norway in 1963.
With the bounty ball.
It was recorded with
damn
Crosby,
it.
Stills, and
Not-
Nash in the famous Yup bar.
I caught myself singing the John Bobbitt version of that song.
All right, whoever's playing with the soundboard, stop.
I can't see a fucking. There we go.
Yeah, I
Dodgy.
can't when I'm with you. Song.
Bad boy.
Because you know it. Yeah, this is what my guitar sounds like at the moment.
Oh my god, that hurt. Ow!
Holy shit.
And it wasn't the loudness, it was ooh.
There's online tuners, you know, as long as you have a microphone.
I very obviously detuned it and just took all the tension out of the strings because I hadn't played it in a while. So I figured it would at least save the neck of the guitar a little bit because it's acoustic. But it's like drop.
I will tell you this from experience, that doesn't matter. Because the acoustic that I just played went 4 years without being tuned or anything like that. And it's fine. I've had that one since I was 16. I'm 25 plus shipping and handling now. And
I like that.
the bass guitar, I actually just got a while back, so I can't speak on it. But the Les Paul right here, my favorite guitar, is still on its first set of strings 4 years later.
Well, the neck on this one is already slightly sprung, and I didn't want to make it any worse, and I knew I wouldn't play it.
Hey, 2 balls in the dick!
I saw it too! I saw it!
It's like that firework.
And I just want to ask, how is this lava lamp talking to us?
I told you it's fucking haunted.
It's crazy.
Two balls in a dildo.
It's talking about itself now.
Somebody give me an A.
It's a
I'll
penis,
tune
I
this
swear.
bitch up.
Your fucking lava lamp is a homosexual.
Yeah, Rookzer.
I had one of those lava lamps that like quit working and turned into a bunch of little specks after a year.
Oh yeah, where it gets all homogenated.
Look at the top. Look at the top of it. Say something, Wheelan. Hurry.
It's a vagina. I don't have to say anything. I've got it.
Full screen.
Hey, lava lamps are dirty.
Hey, that's a penis going into 2 titties.
I know, it turned back into a dick. Lava lamps are fucking sick bastards.
Oh, here, this is.
No, I've got it to where it shows the lava lamp no matter what. So doesn't matter.
All right, well, I'm actually gonna go get some food, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Hey, it's a dick. Okay, no, it's not.
Mr. Cricket Dick needs to.
What the hell? How the hell do you do that, Dodge?
Just kidding. Whoever you
Do
are.
what?
You put the cricket.
Is that your penis making noises?
I'm not cricket.
I'm gonna eat that cricket. I'm a frog.
Right?
Oh.
All right. Once in a lifetime, actually, it's probably going to be more because I'm a YouTuber and I'm going to be here for fucking ever, and I'm probably going to do it again. But here's how you do the cricket noise without soundboards or anything. La, 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 la.
Yeah, you just put your lips together and put it. Yep, exactly.
That's how you do it.
Part your lips like Jim Carrey and put them really close to a microphone. That'll make the noise.
The pen is royal blue.
What color is the pen?
Fuck you. Hey,
Shut up.
Ninja, if you do you want to know why I consistently call you Canadian?
No.
I'm going to tell you anyway, because the viewers want to know. It's because every Canadian I've ever talked to laughs exactly like you do.
Oh shit.
Yep. And to be honest, anybody who I meet in real life that laughs like that, or online, if they laugh like that, I instantly think they're Canadian.
It don't bother me. I'm used to you calling me Canadian by now.
I know, because you don't correct me anymore. I'm from Connecticut. Go fuck yourself. You're Canadian.
Same with
I'm from Kentucky.
people from Minnesota.
Oh, you're not. You're far from Kentucky. You gotta talk like me if you're from Kentucky.
Yeah, sure.
So here's the true story. The only reason I enunciate as well as I do, which is not very well at all, is because of my time in the service. Whenever I was still in the Army and I would come home, even for 4 days, like a 4-day weekend, say Labor Day or whatever, I would come home Friday night. I would leave out from Kansas, Fort Riley, Kansas, at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and make it to Kentucky by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I would spend the weekend at home, seeing friends, family, everything like that, and then I'd go back Monday afternoon or whatever, and I'd be at work at, on Tuesday. I was not allowed to speak with anybody until, for like a week, because just those couple days at home would bring back my accent, my southern accent, so much that they would not allow me to speak to them until they could understand me. Because they couldn't understand a word that was coming out of my mouth. I'd be like, hey, y'all gonna go over here and we're gonna go four-wheeling, we're gonna do some shit and we're gonna have some fun. Woo-hoo! And they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I went home.
I get all chameleon with that shit.
I would tell them to go fuck
I've been
themselves.
all over the country, and I realize there's a lot of different dialects, dude. You'd be surprised. Like one county to the next is different. It's
No. Somebody
English.
who has not traveled would be surprised. Dodge may not be surprised because he's went from Kansas to North Carolina. Now, I do not know the exact difference between the dialects between North Carolina and Kansas because I haven't really researched or paid enough attention to it. Dodge, is there a difference between Kansas dialect and North Carolina?
Yeah. Let me.
That's too far away from each other.
Where's the
No.
pen? All right. All right. This is really simple. I just have to draw a quick graph.
Sorry.
But like you fucking start talking like the person that's talking to you eventually if you talk long enough.
You absorb it unconscious or subconsciously, I think. I mean, there was a time when I was a zipline tour guide. I was in full gear, had my helmet, my harness, and everything on. I went up to the visitor center, and there was a counter there, where they helped all the fucking dumbasses that want to do that shit. and I'm sitting behind it checking the schedule, and I heard I heard the lady behind the counter explaining to him, yes, the zip line is this much, it's blah, 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 and everything. And I turned around and I said, oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a bit pricey, I will admit, but it's a lot of fun. See, you get to hook up to these lines, you get your gear on, you hook up to the line, you slide down. It's a wee bit of fun. And they look at me, and it was an older couple, like 60s, 70s. And the guy, the male, the gentleman, whatever, looks at me and says, oh, you're from England. What part are you from, mate? And I'm like, I'm not. They were legit from like Birmingham or something like that, and they thought I was from where they were. Wow. So that was kind of
I pulled that shit on the circus because I knew I'd never see that motherfucker again, and I never told him that I'm not from this area. I just fucking went with it because I knew I'd never see that motherfucker again. It was a game. It was fun.
Right. And usually, whenever I do my British accent, I'm good. But whenever I try to do Scottish or Irish, I'll suddenly go over to Australian.
Like
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Then you just tell them, fuck off.
See all right.
Dodge.
This is the difference in accent between Kansas and North Carolina.
Well, okay, I see a graph, but I want audio.
No accent at all. Big accent.
Now,
you know what?
Dodge,
I can attest to that.
Dodge, I know you're an information fucking hoarder, whatever you want to say. Now, I see a graph. There's obviously a big difference in your interpretation of it, but
it depends where in North Carolina.
So here's what I interpret from that graph. You got your Southern talkers like this, and then you've got your English accents like this. That's the difference that I see. Some other people could see, I talk like this, and I talk like this.
So in the United States, there is a rural accent, which is a way of talking for rural areas. And a lot of Kansas would be defined by that. There are other areas in Kansas where there is almost no accent whatsoever. It's completely devoid of any inflection or anything unique or specific. There's just some colloquialism, some terms you might use because you're from Kansas. You'll say pop instead of soda or cola, things like that. But the accent itself is almost completely non-existent. Whereas in North Carolina, you have two things. You have the northern accent for Raleigh and Charlotte because it's basically 50% New Yorkers and New Jersey, and, Delaware and, Virginians. And then you have rural North Carolina, which is what you get up in the mountains. And that is a whole nother language. It's not even just a different accent. It's a different language entirely. The first time I called Deal's Gap and I tried
Carolina
didn't understand what the lady was saying. She was not speaking English. But
yeah, Deal's Gap is the same. It's here. I'm here at Deal's Gap, and this is the language. It's kind of fucked.
My name is Jeff.
Like, I fucking freak out every time I hear it. Want a taste of this? Like, what?
Oh, also in North Carolina, everyone calls you sugar or honey or darling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dodge. Or not Dodge.
Hi, honey.
Billy.
Yeah.
Next year, whenever I come down to the Tennessee meetup, I might leave a little early. I'm going to come hang out with you.
I'll come right.
There's a Tennessee meeting?
This is your warning.
I'll come right. Well, I get that a lot, man. This is your warning. I'll come ride with you. Everybody cops out. So, but I'll say you this. Okay, I'll ride with you. That's what I say every time, too. Okay, but they always cop out.
I know you haven't met me in person, but have you met me?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I met all my other buddies that said they'd ride with me, too. They come into town. They fucking jet.
It's not going to be next week, but fucking I'll be down there.
All right, cool, man.
But I will let you know a little bit in advance.
Where?
Let you know.
North Carolina?
Billy, closer to your geographic location, Knoxville?
Gatlinburg.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How close to Gatlinburg are you?
About 6 to 10 miles, maybe.
That sucks.
I'm like in between Knoxville and Gatlinburg. I'm 20 minutes from everything. So you can go to the old city with me, or I could shoot to Gatlinburg in 20 minutes. I can shoot to Pigeon Forge in 15. Or
I was going to say, like, between Gatlinburg and Knoxville is like Pigeon Forge or Sevierville.
No, there's another little town that has no police department called Seymour. That's where I'm at.
I'm from Seymour.
Yeah.
I'm from Seymour.
No police department. That's why I shoot at my door and windows all the time.
Seymour, eh?
I want to see more butts.
I'm from Seymour, eh?
See, we're not allowed
in
in Jefferson
See?
County, because, I mean, I live in Louisville. It's also Jefferson County, Louisville Metro, because they combined it. Jerry Emerson's a fucking dick. That vote was never counted.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
That's what she said.
we're not allowed to fire. We're not allowed to fire off firearms within the city limits. What do I do every fucking New Year's? Go out on my back porch with my firearm.
Into the ground, I hope.
Sometimes
Are you sure about that?
depends
You
on how much alcohol I've had.
You should buy some blanks so you can just shoot blanks.
See, well, that's stupid. The only reason you should use blanks is for a cannon. But where I live, it's a township out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So obviously we can discharge firearms within the limits. However, my backstop is a 5-year-old, so I'm not gonna do that where I live.
Sorry.
Yeah, my neighbor was he got a fucking 50 cal, and they stacked up a bunch of wood and was shooting the 50 cal rounds at the pile of wood. It was like pretty high, a good 10 feet high. But somebody still called the cops. But go for it.
I'm assuming 50 BMG.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
When they call the cops, though, they call the cops, and it takes like a 45 minute response because the county cops have to come into town because we do not have a police department. It's pretty cool.
So you basically have, like, the sheriff comes out, right?
Yeah, it's straight up Dukes of Hazzard, boys. That's why I have a gun at my side all the time.
I got a concealed carry. That's why I have my gun at my side all of my times.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jägermeister may be interfering with my speech.
I think it's important. In this day and age, holy shit, and increasing, I'm not a fucking survivor dude or whatever, the tinfoil.
I carry my insurance with me.
But it's kind of obvious you need fucking firepower next to you. Give me a break. You're not complete and safe until you do. In this country.
As long as you keep it with you and not unsecured where your small child can find it and shoot themselves or somebody else.
Well, yeah, you learn all that. You have to go through the carry class, you learn all that.
Okay, you learn it, but as long as you follow it.
Here's the
deal. Or it's common sense, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, is it, seriously, you see all these cases of people doing dumb shit, and then, of course...
Holy shit, I just noticed Keith Wong's in here. What up, Keith?
Dude!
Keith is here?
Yeah, Keith is here.
Ah, it's Keith.
50 cal. So 50 cal, I've got a story for that. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Here, obviously, most of you all know I'm a very big supporter of the Second Amendment. I've got a few guns.
What about the 7th?
What is
I knew that was coming.
I know the first is freedom of speech. The second is, or freedom of speech is freedom of press. Second is right to keep and arm bears. What's the 7th?
Really?
Fucker, tell me!
Well, in that case, I don't think I'm going to say anything.
All right, fine. I'll Google it myself. But
civil trial.
Huh?
It's civil trials.
Civil trial. Oh, to be judged by your peers or something? Sorry, Jaeger speaking.
My favorite third. Sorry, we're getting into stupid.
I plead the half. Anyway, before I was interrupted by shit I don't know about.
No, you got it right. The fact that you said it like it was a question, that's all.
Well, it's because the upward inflection. Yes, it was a question because I was making sure I was correct.
Okay.
God, have you met me?
In Minnesota, everything ends on an upward inflection, so every statement sounds like a question.
Oh, so they're all blonde?
I was going Valley Girl.
All right. So as I was saying before, anytime I have my guns out and I'm cleaning them or playing with them, doing whatever with them, and my son, who is at this moment 6 years old, which will be 7 in
Like sticking them up your butt
January.
and stuff.
Exactly, because the front sight on the pistols kind of gives that little accent to it, like
Sorry, that was juvenile, but not impractical.
right.
So you lube it?
But when he was like 3, ever since he was 3, I started teaching him, you don't touch. And even today, whenever I'm cleaning them, he knows not to touch them, not to bother them. I could leave my gun safe open and he won't touch them.
So what you're saying is you've done the right thing and educated your youth.
You could say that.
Okay. Because I'm just saying that everyone else who doesn't is just lacking in personal responsibility.
Exactly. I believe in gun safety at an early age.
I believe in educating people on all things dangerous, not just guns. I mean, scissors. We teach children not to run with scissors. Well,
Oops.
Not all of us learned that, but most.
I didn't teach mine to run with scissors. Should I start now? Is it too late? I've got to. I will say this, regardless of how much I have taught my son personally, and regardless of how much he has learned, children today as a whole are a hell of a lot smarter, whether it's knowing too much before their time or not. Children today are a lot smarter than, say, I was. And I'm 25 plus.
Well, that's really not setting the bar very high.
Is that a fair sample?
Right. Well, I'm judging it not by my current state, but by my state at my son's age. My son now is doing word math problems, not just 2 + 2 = 4. He's doing.
Fuck, I can't even do that.
He's doing like Julie goes to a baseball game with 10 baseballs. 4 gets hit out of the park. How many does she have left? When I was in first grade, I did not have that. And he's sitting there like, oh, yeah, it's 10 - 4 = 6. And I'm like, okay, the only part that makes me feel good about it is he's pulling up his hands going, 1, 2, 3.
No. Common Core. 4 is close to 5, which is half of 10. So divide 10 by 2 and then add 3.
Shut up, I'm drunk.
All right, so I'm actually going to make a video on Common Core and why I support it. Not that I actually do, but I want to make a video that's controversial about supporting Common Core because I'm tired of hearing people say that when they just misunderstand the reason that Common Core says that's wrong.
I understand.
I'm not saying I like Common Core. I disagree with what Common Core is, but I understand why. I'll draw.
He's going to save it for the video. Like, I get why they have it like that, and I understand everybody learns different ways, and there's different...
I don't get why they have it like that.
There's different thinking between how to go about solving a problem, especially with, like, mental math. What I don't like is, and of course they're meant to get people outraged and be anti-Common Core, but is the stuff that they do it the, quote, conventional way, and are marked wrong because they didn't do it the convoluted way. Which I don't.
Do a math problem unless I do it on paper in my head. Does that make sense?
All right, so here's the problem. This is simple. In Common Core, you get a problem like this. And excuse the fact that this looks like a multiplication, that's a plus. So 5 times 3 equals how much? So if I say 5 times plus 5 plus 5 equals 15, the answer is 15. That's technically a mathematically accurate statement. But in Common Core, this is a wrong solution, even though the question and my answer are in agreement. This is wrong because this actually says 5 times 3. This is 3 times 5. This is 5 times 3.
And it's at that point, I see the thinking behind it, but it's pretty much debating semantics.
It makes sense because if you fall back to the order of operations, if you fall back to discrete math, to calculus, the way you go about understanding the question is very important to how you get the solution. So starting them off early by teaching them that the process is just as important as the result I agree with. Now, I disagree with everything else about Common Core, but I do agree that teaching the right process is also important, not just the result.
Right. I definitely agree with you on
But
that.
everything else about Common Core is complete shit, and I hate it. But I want to make a video that says I support Common Core because it's controversial, and I want to talk about that.
And I'm going to end on that note, guys. I'm going to duck out of here. So I know Rook's gonna make fun of me. Yeah, send it to me. I'll eat it. I'll make a video about it. I'll be like, Dodge Rider poisoned me. But yeah, good talking with y'all. I'll probably see you next week when this is called.
Wheeling,
which we still haven't talked about.
All right, later, wheeling.
See you wheeling.
Later, nerds.
Bye, whaling.
Everybody in the
whaling
chat that's viewing this, please subscribe to Wheeling. He is a fantastic motovlogger. We'll let you know this. He is very entertaining.
Well, I'm pretty sure all 6 of them have already subscribed, bud.
Exactly. This is for future viewers.
I'm subscribed to at least one person in this room.
Don't subscribe to me.
I know you're subscribed to me because you're
You don't know that. You know that I did subscribe to make you number 300, but you don't know that I'm still subscribed.
Well, then I'm taking that mark off your name.
What mark?
The 300th.
Wait. My name? Where?
Wait, which name? Wiki Dave or Dodge Rider?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Which channel am I using to join this? Did I join on Dodge Rider or Wiki Dave?
Dodge Rider.
Oh, okay.
Explain something to me. Now, I've got 2
Wiki
questions.
Dave.
Explain something to me. Why did you do Wiki Dave?
Oh, Wiki Dave.
To change
I need to learn to be a better filmmaker, and I figured the best way about doing that was to wait.
I don't want to fucking wait.
Hey, you have to wait. If I say wait, you're gonna wait. Damn it, that's the way it works.
Because I'll move on to something else.
All right, so I needed to be a better filmmaker, and I needed to learn to be better at editing.
He's covering the stain.
Yeah. So I had to do something, but I couldn't create small films. I couldn't create little miniature movies for my Dodge Rider channel because I don't need to go through that process of learning and creating shit content over there. So I needed to have another outlet to do that and focus on those things. So when my wife wanted to start this dual, daily vlog channel with her and I, it made sense. And then there was a lot of time that needed to be invested. And with what's going on with her and work, it just didn't make sense for her to have the same involvement. So that's why I took over the channel. That's where I'm using it as my little creative outlet to start learning to do some of those things. But look at the video I uploaded just a little bit ago, Like, I can't do something like that on my Dodge Rider channel because it doesn't fit in. I don't have the right camera equipment to do it. I don't have the right kind of storyboard or little movie that I need to create to do that. But I can totally do that on that channel because it doesn't matter.
Well, see, one of the things that I'm doing with my channel is I'm not going to create this channel for that, this channel for that, this channel for this, whatever. I'm going to put it all under one channel.
I said the same thing years ago.
All in one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Subscribe today.
Subscribe today.
I've got my camera on.
Let's go for a ride.
I just be myself, man. Fuck that.
Right.
But it depends what you want to do. If you want to make your channel extremely successful, you have to remain relevant. You have to have consistency in your content. You can't just post a video of you out at the park or going on the lake on a boat. Not acceptable if you're trying to make your channel extremely big and important. Unless your channel is daily vlogs. If that's what your channel is, you can totally do that. But if most of your channel is motovlogging, then you kind of have to stay in that realm of motovlogging.
Yeah, I fucked up yesterday posting my little trip to the Trailer Park Boys concert, man. The stats suck. Their fucking metadata is not favorable at all.
I gotta see that. I ain't watched it yet.
I usually land in maybe 1,200 views the next morning after I post. It's 581 views. I think I posted it 2 days ago.
1,200. Jesus.
Peace out, nerds.
I'm lucky to get over 30.
They just said peace out, nerds.
He did.
Oh, go fuck yourself. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to make it big on YouTube, but I mean, I'm doing what I can without paying a shit ton of money out.
I just went, dude. I started YouTube in 2010, man.
Really?
But not in motovlogging. And I had several channels. I'd mess with that, you know, and some of them were like training channels I used. And then I used all my expertise that I've learned for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years on Booze and Bozo. And I messed up there because I'll admit it live, because people need to learn from this. I made the mistake for you to buy subs on Fiverr. I'd go on Fiverr and I'd find these people that would be members of these sub for sub or follow for follow sites, and they get paid for it. And then they transfer that to Fiverr. So they'd say, all right, here's your just give me a URL and I'll send a bunch of people to it. But these people were Indians or Afghanis in a fucking like stockpile room, fucking slave room, and just following these people, you know, to make Bitcoin. And they wouldn't interact with your channel. They would just be a subscriber. And that hurts your channel big time. I mean, you get 1,200 subscribers doesn't mean your channel's going to make any money.
It's not the subscribers, it's the views.
And it's not just necessarily views either, because ads pay off of all sorts of different things. I was talking to my wife earlier about this. You might have a channel, or not even a channel, you might have a video that gets 1 million views. And someone else has a video that gets 100,000 views, and they might make twice as much money on their video as you do in yours. Because if your video is really entertaining to 14-year-old girls, there's no ad revenue for ads that'll show on that video. Because one, they're an audience demographic that does not bring revenue to the advertiser. And even if they did, they don't have money to spend. Whereas if your video focuses on people that are 35 to 45 years old in a upper middle, income bracket, then very different. So it's also about the demographics of your audience, which is part of the reason I think that some of these other big name motovloggers don't make as much money on their channels as they'd like, because they might have 400,000, 15-year-old leg humpers watching their videos, but that doesn't mean that they're getting ads that are meaningful to help them earn any ad revenue off their videos.
I think that's the thing that a lot of the motovloggers are running into, because there's not a lot of ad revenue for motovlogging.
No, there's not. Auto sports in general pays about 1/5 of what consumer good type ads do. Just in general, like auto sports ads for car and motorcycles and related things have a tendency to have a lot less effectiveness than ads for Charmin toilet paper or tampons. And so those ads that play on usually family vlogs or new parent vlogs, those ads are far more effective at paying ad revenue, because those are far more effective ads, and those audiences are more receptive to it, because the people watching that are people that have money to spend and will actually be a valid impression for the ads. Don't spend as many hours as I have researching ads and AdWords and consumer groups and demographics, because it's a waste of time.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just hear what you've got to say to let me know. Because then I don't have to waste that time, and because you've already done it. Sorry. See, that's one thing. Dodge, you're out for information. I know that about you.
That's what I love. I crave information. I'm an information junkie.
Which may have released your extreme weakness. Tell Dodge that you have a secret. Something like that.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I have a couple secrets.
But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Dodge will research something until there's nothing else to research. That's one thing I love about Dodge, is you ask him a question, he doesn't know the answer. He will research it until there's nothing else to research, until he knows everything about it, and then he'll let you know.
Research the research.
Hey, I'll be back, boys.
Pretty much. All right.
Okay. He's researching right now.
Pretty much. I mean, I just realized how kind of intoxicated I am. 6 beers and 1.5. How many of these is Jaeger? This is a 375 milliliter. How many fifths is that? 1/2?
That is like a half.
All right, so this plus almost half of this and 6 beers. I'm pretty toasty oats right now.
Toasty.
Plus, I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast.
I think I got it figured out.
Uh-oh.
This is totally going to work. Brilliant.
Wait, can you wait until I get back from peeing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm going to pee the penis.
I'm going to pee out of... How'd that get there?
I love his computer chair.
So he said that I needed to wait, but I'm not going to wait because I don't feel like it.
You wait. I can still hear you.
You
You
hear
can
me
still
now?
hear me, then you can. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can still hear.
All right, Keith, I got it for you. You asked for it. It's totally a thing.
There you go, Keith.
All right. If I remember correctly, I don't remember how it goes, but I can't remember how it goes. But I made a pen, pineapple, apple pen. Kind of.
Oh. Pineapple apple pen.
That video is so... I don't even know what to say about that video. I like it. I mean, it's so random.
That shit just crazy. It's just funny how it spreads. One little video spreads. Something just really simple just gets so big.
Okay. That's 133 million views.
Wow. Is it more than what's that called?
Gangnam Style? No.
Yeah. No.
Gangnam Style is over 1 billion views. They had to rewrite code on YouTube to handle the view count for Gangnam Style.
Damn.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that one is at 2.67 billion views.
I want that many views.
Think about that for a second. There's what, 8 billion people on the planet?
Yeah. I think so.
No, 7 1/8 billion. So if that video is literally at 2.67 billion, that means 37.5% of the planet has seen that video. More than a third. So if you will pick 3 random people from the whole planet, one of them has seen it.
Yep. Even an infant.
Damn.
Wowzers. The wowzers.
What got us on this subject?
PPAP.
Epi.
Pineapple pen.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple.
That didn't get on that.
Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pineapple pepper.
Pineapple.
Pineapple apple pen.
I don't fucking know. I think I'm the only one who hasn't put that on a video.
I haven't.
I mean, I was thinking about it.
One of two people who haven't.
But why would I? It's not going to get me any additional views. It's not a tag that means anything. And from all the employees of Google that I have talked to in the last 2 months, which I'm not willing to discuss right now, but from all the employees of Google I've talked to in the last 2 months, I've learned that video tags and channel tags are basically worth nothing. Yeah.
It's just a worthless tag.
Yeah, the tags are almost useless in terms of getting your video to appear somewhere. They're meaningful for general categorization, but what's a lot more meaningful are other things.
Well, because I missed that, I meant to sign up for it and I've missed that opportunity. Would you be willing to share some of that information? Maybe.
Yes, just not right now, but like soon. You and I could do a private hangout or something and talk or whatever. Yeah.
That sounds good. Because I'd like to grow and possibly get away from the drudges of what I'm doing now.
Yeah, you probably make more than me though, so.
I highly doubt that.
I can guarantee it.
I'll put it out there now. My day job, $30,000 a year.
Yeah, I can definitely guarantee it.
Wait, what?
No.
How do
It's a
I
long
live?
story.
How do I live in? Well, you have two incomes at minimum because your day job and your wife's day job. I have one. So my monthly income for my house is 35, I think. Which is just above minimum wage. And to add to that, I have a 2-year degree in computer science. Nothing?
Yeah.
Just say, yeah.
Yeah.
So a while back, somebody said something about doing something. You know, there's no originality on YouTube, which there's not. Everything has been done, pretty much, aside from committing suicide, which that's kind of been done, but it wasn't real. I believe you, as a YouTuber, you shouldn't be able to do anything without at least knowing a few people who have done it before, or the origin of that, whatever you're doing. Like the popular thing in motovlogging, or one of the popular things in motovlogging, is the whole chew.
I don't do it.
I know you don't do it. You don't do
I know, I don't
any
do
other
it.
motovlogger. The only thing you do that any other motovlogger does is ride a motorcycle and film it. And
But some of us did that before the rest of them.
I know. But I'm saying like the mainstream things that aren't obvious. I don't know how to put that non-offensively, but I'm just using the ch as an example. So my origin of it is obviously Baker. Well, actually, Dan was the first one that I saw do it, and then he referenced Derek, and then I watched his videos. But it was done before him. I don't know where, but I do know of origins of it, so I know for a fact that I am, in fact, copying that. And I know I said fact and in fact twice in the same sentence. But I have alcohol in my system, so it's okay. All right, later, Keith. Appreciate you hanging out. Peace.
Yeah, I gotta get off soon too. I gotta go to work in the morning.
Hey, I have to go to work in the morning too. I'm getting paid to ride motorcycles.
I don't have to go to work because I just wake up whenever the fuck I want on Saturdays, except for last Saturday when I actually had to work. But tomorrow I wake up whenever the fuck I want to.
Lucky man.
Right?
How long are we planning to keep this live?
Whenever.
Okay.
Ain't Billy say he's coming back?
He said it'd be BRB, but you know.
BRAB.
I mean, Dodge, I know you said with a few of your motovlogs, if you want to make it big on YouTube, you have to do this, that, and the other. But you know, you have to have a goal. You have to have something that you want to center your channel around.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on doing some more gaming videos, but I don't want to spread it around to like do this channel for gaming, this channel for motovlogs, this channel for vlogs. I want to do it all on one channel as basically to say, you know, my vlogging channel is this channel, my motovlogging channel is this channel. So the community, the Rookzer community, as it were, would be one community of people who like watching this, people who like watching this, and they're all together. Mesh salad bowl. There you go.
That's why I put my banner, motovlogs, randoms, entertainment, and more.
Right? I mean, I think mine is, well, it's not my banner, but.
And my spam cards also have them on.
I mean, my spam card has my Twitch and everything on it. Because my name everywhere is the same. If you look on Twitch, it's Rookzer. If you look on Twitter, Rookzer. Facebook, Rookzer. YouTube, Rookzer. Instagram, Rookzer. It's the same thing. And my About tab is, most people show you a lot of one thing. I don't limit my channel to one thing. Everything from archery, which I'm just starting doing at the time, motorcycle rides, RC cars, video game play, product reviews, and more.
So what you're saying is you're not a moto vlogger. You're just a personality, and a personality who happens to do other things.
You could say that. Predominantly, at the moment, I'm a moto vlogger because that's mostly what I put on there.
Well, I mean, you could also call FouseyTube a flaming dickhead because that's what he predominantly is, but it doesn't mean that his videos focus on that aspect of his life.
That is true.
I mean, people want to watch a personality, someone that's entertaining, and that entertaining might be educational to some people. It might just be prank videos, interacting with other people, living in a cool place, doing fun things, riding motorcycles, playing video games. It could be all sorts of things, but it's all centered around what that person does. If you limit yourself to one particular area, you can get more focused subscribers and build a little bit easier because you are pulling in that group of people solely interested in that one thing you do. However, if you're just an interesting person that does like daily vlogs, I always use it as an example, then you're pulling from a larger potential base of people, but it's harder to capture the attention of an individual person because you're not on a focused niche that they're searching for. You know, it's hard to search for a daily vlogger. It's easy to search for a guy living in Raleigh riding a KTM Super Duke. There's not many of us. There's 3. So you just search for it and boom, there's my channel, right? But, you know, if you're trying to find a guy who just lives in Waynesville and does daily vlogs, Totally impossible to find. There is a guy. I found him, but it's hard. Like, you just can't search for that.
So there is a guy. There are 2 other people in Raleigh that ride KTM Super Dukes on YouTube?
No. They ride KTM Super Dukes. They're not on YouTube.
Oh.
I'm the only one.
Right. Well, I can say this. I'm the biggest I can't say I'm the biggest YouTuber in Louisville, but I'm the biggest YouTuber that does motovlogs in Louisville.
So you don't consider the Sarge part of the same metro area as you? I mean, it's not that far.
He's an hour away.
It's really an hour?
If you do the speed limit.
Oh, okay. I was like, sure, because I've been there.
By Google Maps, he's, I think, 45 minutes away.
Yeah, but did you tell it you're on a motorcycle?
Right.
Google Maps says it'll take 43 minutes. I'll be there in 20. That's actually a running joke that us supermoto riders used to use was, you know, Google Maps says it takes 20 minutes to get there. Yeah, but did you tell it you're on a supermoto? Because if you ride a supermoto the way they're meant to be ridden, then all bets are off. Like, that field, you can totally cut through that to skip that red light and get over there. I mean, just all sorts of stupid stuff.
All right, so the longest route is 57 minutes, and it's 55.7 miles.
All right.
The shortest route, 33.7 miles at 44 minutes. To Sarge's town, not his actual address. So
yeah, I know where he lives in there, so that's, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, according to this, it says I can get to him in 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
Says
By
it.
plane?
Yeah.
Mine are all roads because he doesn't have an airport.
He does too live near an airport, just not one that's accessible to you.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
There's an airport there.
Accessible to me. Kind of.
You don't have the same job as him.
Nope, but I have the same ID.
Well, then you can get there too.
Exactly. Can you?
Once. You can land. You're not taking off again.
Right?
They can't stop you from landing.
Oh, man.
I'm looking at the runway now. I'm like, yeah, I could totally land right there. I just first need to get an airplane. That's a little bit more challenging. But I've heard that if you take one of these on an airplane, these things are so dangerous, you could use this to take over the airplane. Clippers.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, you're not allowed to have these on an airplane. These are dangerous. You might clip a hangnail or something.
I kind of want to get an airplane ticket and try to take a pair of those on an airplane now.
Actually, you really don't want to do that.
What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to get arrested for 8 hours?
Yeah. They'll cavity search you.
Hey. That might be interesting.
No, it's only interesting if you can feign pleasure. If you can pretend to like it so that they feel uncomfortable.
I'm a YouTuber. What can I not pretend to do?
But, I mean, here's an example I'm going to use of why Google doesn't know how long it takes to get anywhere. So let me get over here. I want directions from...
Hey, Dodge, your buddy Paul said he's going to do it.
Oh, you're going to be there tomorrow? Cool. Oh, wait, air. Got it.
That moment when he finally gets it. See, that's why he has no hair, so he has an excuse not to get it the first time.
Hey, I just outgrew my hair supply.
Yeah, okay. No, you don't have a receding hairline. You have follicle regression.
No, I just shaved my hair.
Shut up. I was funny.
So was I.
You know, I've got as most of you know, I've got a bald spot forming. And I've come to the decision that if it gets too much worse soon, or whenever it does, I'll end up being like Dodge. And
So
shaving my head.
here's the example that I like to use when people try and say how long it takes to travel somewhere and they use Google Maps as a reference. According to Google Maps, from the store to basically the lake at the other end, and Deals Gap, you know, that area, from Deals Gap store to the lake, it's 11.2 miles. And Google Maps says it takes 25 minutes.
And I did it in roughly 13, 14.
No. But I believe 16.
Well, no, I made it to the Overlook.
Yeah, the Overlook, absolutely.
Not the Overlook. The rock wall just after you leave the lake. Not the store. But you know where that big pull-off is? Where I did the whole 2,000 years later with Sarge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you watched that one. The final episode of Getting Twisted, towards the end, it was a bunch of the whole SpongeBob 6 months later timeline things. That spot, which I know you know that spot. I don't know if anybody else does. I know Will doesn't. Will, if you go down to the Dragon, pick me up on the way. I'll go with you.
I would love to. I would love to go there. You know?
Dodge, do you think he could be invited to the group?
I don't see why not.
I will shoot his information over to you, and you can get that taken care of.
No, just invite him to the group on Facebook, and I, as the admin, can approve it.
Oh, okay. I'll do that then.
That's easier.
Let's see, where's that? Not that one.
But yeah, there's a lot of cruiser riders that'll do it in like 30 minutes, like a solid half hour. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, because a lot of them have a mechanical capability to lean their bike that far. So I get that. But if you're on a supermoto or a really fast naked sport bike or something, like, it's not a 24-minute ride. Now, if you're in a car, it's not 24 minutes either. It's like 30 or 40 minutes, because you're going to keep pulling over to let all the motorcycles zoom past you, and like it's a solid 40, 45 minutes, you know. That's what Trinith was saying, that every time he drives in a car, it throws him for a loop, because his GPS will say, oh, you're going to be there in 36 minutes, and then he gets there like an hour and a half later. It's like,
all right, I'll send it over to you.
I see that. I will approve. It is approved.
Will, check your Facebook.
All right.
So a little backstory for the viewers of what we were just talking about, which I know, Paul, you already know it. The whole Tennessee meetup, it's not the typical Georgia, Texas, SoCal, whatever other place does those types of meetup. It's a closed group, has been going on longer than the SoCal, Georgia, Texas, all those other meetups has been going on. And it's where those started. To clear that up, because, and I have no shame in saying this, a lot of the things that happen in the motovlogging world, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of the things that happen have been done before and were originated from those things, but no credit has been given to those individuals that started it before. Dodge, Sarge, and DeFobra, a lot of other people have been doing motovlogging a lot longer than Dan, Jake, Walter, Sub D, Derek, Arson, all the popular motovloggers. they've been doing it a lot longer. They've been filming their rides, recording their rides a lot longer, but they have not been given the proper credit that they are actually due. Because
there's an issue with it too, though. Like, if we made it a public group and we let anyone come, there would be eventually hundreds of people showing up and killing themselves. And so for the group safety, we limit the size of the group every year, which generally speaking, because of the number of people in the Facebook group, like, we just don't get that many people that it's a problem. But, you know, you can't lead a group of 30 people very safely. And we take a sporting pace on the roads out there, not terribly fast. There's always people faster than us, but
no, because on some of them I was able to keep up.
Well, that's because I was cruising. One of these days.
Next year, when I'm on a dependable bike.
Well, next year, when you're on a dependable bike, I'll leave you with the dust. No, but I don't do that. I don't like to ride that fast out there. But, you know, we pick a pace that's reasonable for the group of people. We don't want to get anyone hurt or killed. And it's a very nice, close-knit group of really cool people. So we really enjoy our little meetup. And frankly, there were some people that used to be a lot more upset that the original Arkansas meet and this Steele's Gap meetup were kind of the original, because this was a lot of the people that formed this meetup were doing moto vlogging and doing these meetups back when live video was the predominant website before YouTube existed. So the moto vlogging community was very different. One of the more predominant members was MyKaylee7, who actually lives in Raleigh, but I've never met him, and he's got like 1,000 subscribers, you know, because, you know, moto vlogging wasn't a thing. And there are people who've come along since then. They've sensationalized it. They've got their army of leg humpers to follow them, and they do similar things. And I'm not saying that they're stealing it, and I don't think you are either. I don't think they stole the ideas, but I think that they do something that someone else has already done. No credit is given because they're not aware of it. And it certainly gives the appearance that they stole it. But, you know, having a meetup of that style, I mean, it's totally possible other people think of it, you know.
Right. Get the floor shitter.
Well, she doesn't do that anymore. We've retrained them.
So yeah, I understand, you know, a lot of people think of ideas and they think they're the first because they haven't seen it before, genuinely. And they move forward with it. But I still think that if you find out that you're not the first, especially in my case, if I'm not the first to do something, I'm the first to admit that, yeah, I saw this on a video. I actually put it in a video that, yes, I binge watch YouTubers. I will watch one video and just let it autoplay to their next video and next video and next video, so forth and so on. And yeah, I am like a sponge. I will absorb what they do in their videos, and subconsciously it will come out in my videos, whether I mean to or not. And the most prominent thing I can think of is the whole chia, and then the symbol that basically comes with it is the okay. And yeah, I know I'm not the first to do it.
You got to be careful, though, because you might get a group of slayers. Just saying.
Right.
And that's hard to keep up with. Like, we don't want anyone crashing, so if we invited some of the slayers to come along, then, I mean...
Right. Well, Will doesn't ride a slayer, so we're good there.
Well, and you remember Moto Pelota, the guy on the green stripple?
Yeah.
So he has that little tail thing that says Dragon Slayer. And we were making him feel bad because of all our comments about slayers.
Were we really?
Yeah. He's such a nice guy. But I was like, no, we're not talking about you. You know the people we're talking about.
Did you see the picture that I had of him? When we took the picture, when we took the pictures at the top of Blue Ridge Parkway. Did you see that picture?
I don't think so.
I will hold on, let me pull it up and I'll screen share it for you. Let's see, where's it at?
My back is almost feeling better. Couple, 3 more days, maybe.
What did you do to it?
Well, guys, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna tell you good night. Gotta wake up early in the morning.
Okay, Will.
Oh. This one here.
That's a
You
nice
know
shot.
that individual, don't you?
Yes.
That is a nice shot.
So what's the reference here? I don't understand.
Right here.
Yeah, I get that.
This is the reference. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That he made about Slayers?
Well, yeah, we gave him so much shit. And, of course, he was shit
Oh.
the entire time. And I made that reference in one of my Getting Twisted videos.
Modified 79 is asked what encoding. No, not Goatsy. No. Asked what encoding software you use. Currently, I'm using Adobe Premiere. I used to use Cyberlink Power Director.
I don't know that that's what he's asking. In my experience, encoding software means what are you using to stream to YouTube or Hangouts or whatever. Currently, this is Google Hangouts.
On air.
Default on air, yeah. Whenever I stream to Twitch, I use OBS.
So do I. Except for not Twitch.
Right.
My live streams that I'm going to be doing soon.
Soon being undetermined.
Oh,
time.
Like in November. It's totally getting announced soon.
That's like days away.
I know. And the first one will happen like the 3rd week of the month.
Now, you say being announced soon. That brings me to ask, do you have a backlog of videos? Or
Oh my God, yes, I do. And I'm trying to get through them. I've deleted some of them because I was just like, I'm never going to post this video. It's going to be it'll be like January and I'll finally get around to posting one of these videos and be like, I can't have green grass in January.
See, that's why I skirt around issues and make it obvious that I have a backlog and that, yeah.
No, they'll still complain.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I don't either, but
I mean, they may complain, but hey, they're watching it. That went down the wrong pipe. Oh, I need to unclick off myself. That way you get airtime too.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about?
Slayers, our close-knit group, people stealing other ideas from others on YouTube and not giving them credit for it.
Yeah, I do believe that if you get an idea off of YouTube that you should give credit to somebody.
Depends what the idea is.
Not necessarily, well, yeah, I can agree with that. Not necessarily the monetary credit, for you monetizing your video, but just say, like in one of my videos, I said, yeah, I do the whole chia thing, and I use that because it's pretty much known throughout the entire motovlogging community. If you say chia, somebody's going to know somebody else does that. And I tried to make it prominently clear that I'm not the originator of that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't understand why everyone else is using it, though. Okay, let me rephrase that. I know why they're using it, because they're trying to jump on the bandwagon because they see, Baker X Derek doing it, so they think that, oh, that's just one fractional part of why people think he's cool. So if I do that, I'll be cool too, and I'll get more people to watch me. And that's not it at all. because they're being disingenuous. They're not showing their true personality. They're being fake. And people recognize a fake content creator.
Now, take this however you want it, but whenever I do
I will.
I know you will. But whenever I do it because it's a way to project my voice outside of my helmet to alert other people and get reactions, as well as, an homage to them, blah, blah, blah. But it's a loud enough noise that isn't a straight whatever, and gets a reaction from people on the camera that the camera is recording. Now, it doesn't work all the time, but it is what it is. Sorry. You ever have that moment where you have to like burp and breathe or something at the same time and it kind of gets mixed up?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
many people are still watching this? We've got...
I'm actually not on that window.
4.
Yay, 4. Sound off if you're... Well, we know Paul's here. I just got text messages from... Okay, now, here's a question for you. Completely unrelated to everything. So, I may have met somebody.
Not your ex?
No, not my ex. God, not my ex.
Well, you were going to go have lunch with her.
No. I was supposed to have lunch with somebody off of Tinder, and that never happened. I'm sorry to inform you that I did not put a follow-up video to that. But I met somebody else on Tinder and actually had dinner with her, and she is extremely cute, in my opinion, and is a nurse going for her master's. And she just asked, what am I doing? So I'm going to try to pull up her picture. I'll just put it from my phone onto the stream. And she's probably going to hate me for this. But here she is. Yeah. We had dinner. She was a whole lot of fun. I'm to the point where I'm going to say that we're kind of exclusive. I don't know if that's out of place or not. But yeah, she's kind of fun. And we've only been on one date.
I have a cat staring at me like I've murdered someone.
If I saw you with that on your head, I would think the same thing. Wait, what?
No. Come here. It's okay. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, Dodge, you said you're allergic to cats, correct?
Absolutely.
How do you have cats?
So we have Burmese cats. They are purebred Burmese. We paid a lot of money to insure that. And Burmese cats have one layer of fur instead of the undercoat and top coat of fur. So that helps. And we groom them regularly so that they don't have as much of an issue to groom themselves, which reduces the dander. We have them toilet trained so that we don't have a litter box and all of that scent in the place. And we do bathe them, like give them baths, but not like every week or something that's bad for them. But, like once every 2 or 3 months. Some people never bathe a cat. We'll do it like every few months. Kind of when we notice their fur kind of starting to get, building up a little bit more or something. And then I vacuum and dust like a madman, like 2 or 3 times a week. And I take a nasal spray, which is a very low dosage. It's Nasacort. If you look it up, it's over the counter now. It used to be prescription. I had to see a doctor for like 3 years to get it. Was it?
How much is it?
It's like $20 for this one little bottle, which is like a 1 month supply, or $30 for a month supply. But I take a half dosage. Instead of spraying it in both nostrils in the morning and the evening, I only do that when it's kind of acting up because of pollen. When it's just the cats and it's like wintertime and everything, I'll just do like one spray in my nose in the morning or just before I go to bed, and I'm good. So it probably costs me about $20 a month on average, maybe 15 for it. Like I said, the bigger thing is, and this I got from the doctor. I was doing it myself, but I went to see a doctor because I was still having issues. And this is back when Nasacort was prescription. And he tried to walk me through the things that I should do before taking drugs. And that's why I really liked that doctor, is he was like anti-drugs. He pushed behaviors before drugs, because a lot of allergy problems people have are really broken down to them not cleaning enough. So he was like, well, you need to vacuum more frequently. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. I'm coming to see you because I'm having a real problem. I already vacuum 3 times a week. I dust twice a week. Our cats are toilet trained so that there's never any scent from a litter box. I'm like, I'm doing everything within my power to make this problem not exist, but I'm still having a problem. So yeah. I do okay. And also long-term exposure to any particular allergen makes you slightly less sensitive to it. So having been around those particular cats, they're not as bad to me now as they were when we first got them. So
right. So, well, I know about that. You know, you can build up somewhat of
some
immunity. So,
are you asking the why?
Without any of that, what would your allergic reactions be? Itchy eyes, watery?
So I'm allergic to cat hair, not cat dander. So I don't get the itchy eyes unless I rub my face on a cat, or rub a cat, then rub my eyes. I don't get the throat closing up unless I'm breathing in a lot of cat hairs. So because I'm allergic to only the fur, not the dander, which is floating through the air more readily, because the dander is basically their saliva and sloughed off skin cells. And that's far more pervasive of a problem. And I'm not allergic to dander, I'm allergic to hair. So my allergy issue is that over a period of time, if I don't clean enough, that there's more cat hair in the apartment or the house, wherever I'm living, that causes me to get a kind of like a runny nose. It's like having a really minor cold. Like I'll just get a runny nose and I'll be sniffly and stuff, and then it's easy to lose my voice. And then I'll go on vacation for 3 days and I'm gone and everything gets better. So,
See, I mean, well, my allergies are the itchy, watery eyes, sneezing, and swelling of the skin when they scratch, which swelling of the skin is a bacteria that's on their paws.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Which happens to everybody, allergic or not.
Yes.
So basically, I would be able to have a cat if I had, say, an allergy medicine that would compensate.
Yeah, it just depends. Like if you can keep up with the cleaning quite a bit, it'll help, but it's not going to be perfect, To put it in example, like my cats are like, here's how low of a problem they are. We lived with them in our house. It took me 10 months before the issue finally built up enough that I felt compelled to see a doctor. Now, the first 6 months I was okay because, I can vacuum enough, but eventually there's a little bit of areas that you're not going to get perfectly clean because furniture is there, and it's just too hard to clean everything that well all the time, But other people's places that have cats, that have litter boxes, who have the big, big cats, and they have the multiple coats of fur, and those cats, I've been in other people's places, customers' houses, where I walk in and I'm in there for like 2.6 seconds before I tell the customer that like, okay, I'm extremely allergic to cats. Can we stand outside and talk? Because I'm having an issue within the first second from walking in. Like I immediately feel it closing up everything. It depends on the cat. My cats are a really small problem to deal with.
So Nasacort is a reactive?
No, it is not the kind of nasal spray that you can spray in when you're having a problem. It is a low dosage corticosteroid. It's a topical anti-inflammation steroid. And you spray it up in your nose, And then you breathe in so that all of your sinuses get a small dosage of it. And what it does is it reduces inflammation from the allergen. The inflammation is what causes your nose to get runny and all the extra, snot to get produced. So instead of that happening, which is what prevents you from breathing, now the passageways stay fully open. They're not getting annoyed by the allergen breathing in, so you can still breathe even though you're breathing it in. Like, it's still going to cause you problems. Like, if it's high enough of a concentration, that alone is not going to do anything for you, because I take that every day, and I go in customer houses sometimes where I can't breathe. I'm there for like a second, and that's a problem.
So it's preemptive.
Exactly. And it takes, like, when we first got prescribed it, and I told you I was having problems, so I went to see a doctor. It took me 10 months to build up to that level of a problem where I felt compelled to see one. I started having issues after 4 months or 3 months or something, but I dealt with it for like 6 months thinking maybe I'll get used to it. And it just got worse and worse and worse to the point where I felt like I had a really bad cold all the time. I was like, okay, I have to do something. It got to the point after 10 months where I had to take like a pseudoephedrine-based, decongestant just to be able to breathe,
Right.
So,
I mean, when I was with my ex-wife, we had a cat. One cat, we had mostly dogs because I'm allergic, obviously.
Yeah.
And we had one cat, and she had a sinus infection. She would sneeze on everything. That's the reason why we got rid of her, is because there was snot on my chair, on my computer, on my keyboard, on hers, everywhere there was snot because she had a sinus infection. So we got rid of her. Everything was fine. But while we had her, yeah, I had the itchy, watery eyes and stuff like that, but I kind of got used to it. So I like cats. I like how self-sustainable they are. You set food out, they'll eat it when they need to, not just because there's food out. They'll shit where they need to. You just got to tell them, hey, there's a litter box here. And instead of a dog who, while you're at work, you're like, oh, God, I hope he doesn't shit in the house. And then you go home and like, okay, let you out. Good to go. Because, see, and where I live, I've got a fenced-in yard, but I don't like having to close the gate every day. And even if I do, and I'll let the dog out all day, the last dog I had was dog nap because, well, I live around a bunch of fucking piles of shit. And all they want to do is have everything that you have. So I can't have a dog because of that. And I can't have a cat because of allergies. I can have a snake because, well, it's shed skin, doesn't have any fur, pollen, or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's not cuddly stuff like whatever. So if I get a cat, I can teach it where to shit and piss and then just clean it out, once a day or twice a day or whatever. And, whatever. But I'm allergic, so I need to work around.
Well, I'll say this, that the Burmese, the purebred Burmese, are much more hypoallergenic. I'm considered to have a severe allergy to cats and a severe allergy to dogs. Now, that doesn't stop me loving them. It just means I have to deal with the problems of loving them. So with my cats, even though I have a severe allergy, my really intensive cleaning regimen was able to keep me from having a real problem for several months. And that couple of weeks after I started taking that prescription nasal spray, which is now over the counter, things were getting a little bit better every day. And after 2 or 3 weeks of it, it kind of finally built up enough level in my sinuses that, because like I said, it's a really low dosage steroid. So basically it builds up over time. Mm-hmm. So it got to the point where after 2 or 3 weeks, I could finally kind of breathe normally and stuff. If I don't clean enough, I know it. I'll notice if I'm really busy with work for a couple of weeks and I only vacuum like once a week or something, I'll know it. I'll feel the difference. I'll feel like I'm starting to get a cold. But that's because I have a severe allergy and they are really easy to deal with. I mean, Mao is the small one. She's 6 pounds. Nico, the big one, is 7 pounds. They're very small.
Yeah.
I mean, Burmese are usually a little bigger, like 12 pounds or 10 pounds, depending on female or male. But, we got 2 females. They're sisters from the same litter. The mom was really small. The dad was average size. So We knew they were going to be a little smaller, and as you've heard, they are neat.
Of a Burmese, what are you looking at?
Depending on what kind of cattery you look at, registered catteries that have purebred Burmese, somewhere between $500 and $1,000 each.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And the more if you want official papers to prove that they are show cats, because these came from a show cat cattery. So if we wanted the papers, that was like another $2,000 each. I'm like, nope, I don't need papers. I know they're Burmese. That's good enough. I just need to know that I'm getting a purebred so that I don't have breathing problems.
Right.
Because I don't look at it as something where, you know, we can adopt a pet into that's part of our family. Like, I would feel terrible getting rid of them. You know, I wouldn't want to do that. That would be like a last resort. So I was like, this is a commitment. I need to make sure that we can handle it. So at the time, this is years ago, you know, we had a lot more money to spare on things like that. So.
Well, like I said, I mean, the main reason I don't have a cat is because I don't know the ways that I personally would get over the allergies. But if you would like to know more on this subject, I'm sure Dodge would be more than happy to do a video on this subject. Yay, nay?
In my daily vlogs.
Okay. Well, there's some subject matter for you. I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I'm to the point where I've got a lot of alcohol sitting in front of me. Do not want to take any more because I don't want to wake up in the morning with a headache. And if I sit here any longer, I'm going to want to take more of that into my system. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, guys. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. And for future viewers, I appreciate you sitting through, you know, how many hours of us doing a bunch of shit. So hopefully you took something from this. If you don't know who Dodge Rider is, then you're living under a rock, because if you're watching my channel, then you should know who he is by now. If you need to know anything about anything, go to his channel and you will learn it. I guarantee it 99.9%, because there's no way in hell that he would be able to cover everything. So, yeah. And if he hasn't covered it, he will cover it. And if you have a question about it, just ask him. Eventually, he'll cover it. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cut this hangout here. I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all the future viewers watching. Sorry, I'm a bit intoxicated. Daz, do you have any words for the hangout?
No.
Even drunk, I can do that.
Oh my God, what's that about?
All right, so I appreciate everybody who was in the hangout tonight. Wheeling, Ninja Shift, Backroad Moto, Dodge, of course, and Wilmatic. Appreciate all of you all coming in, hanging out. Wilmatic, I appreciate you joining from your Rookzer, you fucking glorious bastard. Appreciate you hanging out too. Everybody, appreciate y'all coming in. Wilmatic, I appreciate you joining from your PC instead of your phone. Wink, wink. And I will see you all in the next video or hangout. Peace. Later, Paul.